Football Night in McAllen is presented by DQ. That's what I like about Texas. Bogus Ford, it's better at bogus. Performance Therapeutics, physical therapy, and sports medicine. Real Bank, your kind of bank, your kind of banking. Lone Star National Bank, proud to be the Valley's bank.
Welcome to the Sideline Pregame Show. I'm Jake Berry alongside Mark May. And Mark, we had a week off, but we're back at it. What's on the slate for this week?
Well, all the district teams took the week off in preparation for district openers this week, and including Nikki Rowe against McHi. Rowe's going to be the home team against McHi, which should be a pretty high-scoring game. Yeah,
you know, Rowe is 3-0, having a great non-district schedule, and then McHi 2-1, having lost to Harlingen South, but still really flowing, a lot better than they were last year. How do you see this game?
Should be a high-scoring game, I think. Nikki Rowe has 15 touchdowns in 3 games. Of course, led by Jonas Ortiz, their quarterback, over 600 yards passing. Has completed 74% of his passes, which is 3 out of 4 is complete.
Very impressive.
Throw a lot of short passes, but yeah, still very impressive there. 8 touchdown passes he's thrown. He's rushing for about 10 yards a carry, which brings up their rushing game. You know, usually Rowe, you don't think about running the ball very much, so they like to throw it, and they still do, but they're averaging close to 200 yards a game rushing, which I think is very impressive, led by Lorenzo Lopez, who has 3 touchdowns, over 200 yards rushing this season. They've also got some other guys. Nicholas Meehan comes to mind. He's got 3 touchdowns in 3 games, so they'll run the ball to him, especially when they get in near the goal line.
And they have probably one of the most impressive tight ends in the Valley right now in Cruz.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, he's real impressive. He can get open. He's a big target. He can get open and catch the short and medium passes. And yeah, they've got a lot of targets, including Alex Anzaldua, who's got 12 catches for 100 yards. Joey Partida, who takes a lot of passes out of the backfield, and he'll pick up big yardage. He's averaging over 10 yards a catch. So yeah, they've got a lot of weapons.
All right, and then when we look at the other side of the ball, McHi, who are their key players? Who are they going to rely on to lead the charge this week?
Well, they've got 2 quarterbacks that they've been alternating. They found some success with that, Robert Amador and Hunter Curl. Amador's a senior, Curl's a sophomore. Curl, more of a running quarterback, and Amador more of a passing quarterback, and they seem to have found a good balance there. So we'll see how that plays out this week. And they've got a good rushing attack overall, averaging about 200 yards rushing per game. McHi does. Troy Martinez has 4 touchdowns. Got 4 touchdowns in the first 2 games, actually. Felipe Magana has a couple of long touchdown catches, so they've got a deep threat in there as well. And it's a team that can put some points up, averaging almost 31 points a game compared to 36 for Rowe, and both Rowe and McHi averaging well over 400 yards of offense a game. So I look for a high-scoring game here between these 2. And by the way, we did have an interview this week with one of the Rowe football players, so we'll have that.
My name is Jonas Ortiz, and I play quarterback for Nikki Rowe.
Jonas threw for over 1,700 yards last year. This time he's going to run the ball, and he is going to make a first down and then some. He's out midfield. He's at the 40. He's at the 30. He's at the 20, 15, 10. Knocked down near the 3-yard line.
You know, it's definitely it's an instinct nature. You know, you got to be composed and composed when you're back there in the backfield. You know, it's not an easy position, but if you're a good quarterback, your mental state of mind is good. You know, it can be easy for anyone.
What would you say is the most challenging aspect of the position?
Definitely making reads and knowing the situation when you have the ball in your hands. You know, being composed when tough gets going, and being smart when you need to be. Don't sleep on us. You know, we're a great team. Everyone knows what we got, and it's going to be a good one the rest of the season.
Welcome back to the Sideline Pregame Show. And Mark, the Nikki Rowe McHi matchup isn't the only matchup we have this week. We also have Memorial traveling all the way to Mission for a very competitive game.
Yeah, and incidentally, this is Mission's first official home game. They did play in the opener at Tom Landry Stadium, but they were the visiting team against Mission Veterans, a game they won 37-0. But it'll be the home opener officially for the Mission Eagles under Coach Coy Detmer. They're 2-1, as you said. They beat Donna North big time. Then they lost to Sharyland Pioneer, lost that one 56-28, but they're still averaging about 40 points a game. Rowe averages a lot too. They're 42 points a game, so you'll probably see another barn burner here in this game. The Mission Eagles were second in the district last year, and they bring back 16 starters from that team that was second. So you know that they're going to be competitive in the district run, led by a sophomore quarterback, Jeremy Duran, who started as a freshman last year and threw 14 touchdown passes. So he's back as a sophomore. They've got a couple of other runners in the backfield, and Tito Moronta and Andrew Maldonado, who combined for 19 touchdowns last year. Ray Garcia is a big target at the tight end spot. Then when you look at their defense, they've got Fabian Ahumada, who's a defensive end, stands 5'11", 230. Linebacker Justin Soto is 5'11", 185. They were both all district players from last year. So they've got some good defensive stalwarts as well.
And McAllen Memorial, they're coming off a big win to end their district schedule, or non-district schedule, and beating Vela. But they've had some impressive wins along the way, and they're no slouch. They're passing the ball a little bit more this year.
Yeah, they are. And of course, Hannah, they beat Sharyland, scoring 42 points against Hannah, 51 against the Sharyland Rattlers, 33 against Vela. But that was probably their most impressive win. As you pointed out, there was a number 1 versus 2 matchup of Valley teams. It was on the road at Edinburgh, and they beat Vela by 11 points. So a decisive win. Campbell Spates, of course, led the way there, had 236 yards in that Vela game. He's got 740 now in 3 games, and he's only 260 away from 1,000 yards. So it's conceivable. It'd take a big effort, but it's conceivable he could get to 1,000 in only the first 4 games.
Incredible.
It's amazing. And he's got 10 touchdowns this year. So, I mean, Campbell Spates doing what we expected here in his senior year, just kind of leading the way for that Memorial Mustang team. He's already over 5,000 for his career, his high school career. They've got some other guys out of the backfield. And Michael Lewis, who's averaging 4.7 a carry. Fernie Briones averaging 7.7 yards a carry. So that keeps defenses off balance a little bit. You can't just focus on Campbell, because they've got other guys. They can run the ball, and then they can also throw the ball deep too. In fact, Zion Gregory has over 150 yards receiving in just the first 3 games. Nick Nelson, 66 yards on 3 catches, but so both of them averaging over 20 yards a catch. And they've combined for 2 touchdowns so far, but they do have that deep threat in both of those players.
And their defense, I mean, you're talking about what they did against Vela, very impressive, because Vela was a team that was scoring in the 40s, and to limit them to 22 points, that's incredible.
Yeah, they played really well. Probably, like we said, they're probably their best game they played overall this season in beating the Vela Sabercats. On defense, they're led by Chris Sanchez, who has 4 sacks this year out of 9 sacks. I think they got like 4 sacks against Vela in that game, and so Vela is one of those passing teams that likes to throw it quite a bit. So we'll see how that plays out tonight against the Mission Eagles. But 9 sacks for the Memorial Mustangs. Omar Salazar with a couple of interceptions. Mike Morales, the linebacker, has 25 tackles, and Ethan Pena, another linebacker, 18 tackles on this team. So yeah, they've got some standouts there on the defense as well. But so look for a pretty good game. I think 2 high-scoring games tonight between McHi and Rowe, and then Memorial and Mission.
All right, Mark, we'll have to see how those games play out. We're going to go to the break. When we come back, more of the Sideline pregame show.
On behalf of McAllen ISD, a 2-time A-rated school district, and our Board of Trustees, welcome to DQ Fan Field and McAllen Veterans Memorial Stadium. We wish all those competing the best of luck, and we hope that you enjoy the competition.
and welcome to DQ Fan Field at McAllen Veterans Memorial Stadium. Tonight, it's a good one, a district opener between the McAllen Bulldogs and the Nikki Rowe Warriors. Warriors are the home team coming up next, right here on Football Night in McAllen.
Put your hands in the air for Cardi. Arriba campeón. Yeah, Southside, Southside, Southside. Arriba campeón. Oh yeah. Luchando campeón. Singing my song. Arriba campeón. Arriba campeón. Arriba campeón. One time for the Southside. Arriba campeón. Oh yeah. Luchando campeón. Singing my song. Arriba campeón. Arriba campeón. Only the champions.
And welcome to another edition of McAllen ISD's Football Night. Tonight, it's an intercity rivalry between the McAllen Bulldogs and the McAllen Nikki Rowe Warriors here at DQ Fan Field. And it should be a good one. We've got the Bulldogs and Warriors, a rivalry that goes back more than 25 years as they tangle tonight in the district opener for both teams. So in essence, the season is starting over again tonight as it's the district schedule that counts toward making the playoffs or not. Hi, I'm Mark May along with Mario Reyna. And Mario, what do you see the keys as tonight's game with McHi and Rowe?
Well, Mark, you and I have done a bunch of these inter-district games. It's a big rivalry game, and you can come in here and one team is definitely favored, but it doesn't work out that way because these kids, especially the seniors, have played each other since 7th grade. So let's see what happens, you know, who gets most excited and who makes the plays. And of course, the quarterback play. We have on the Rowe side a very strong quarterback having a great year. And at McHi, you still have two quarterbacks that are alternating. They haven't found their way. So that might play big. And of course, the other thing that I know that we're always looking at is a turnover. So a turnover here at a crucial time can really make the difference in a game like this between the Bulldogs and the Warriors.
Well, we'll take a look at the starting lineups here in just a moment as Nikki Rowe gets ready to take on McHi. They're just about ready for the coin toss out there on the field. You can see the captains for McHi right there. And then they'll have the captains for Rowe coming out. They're walking out onto the field right now as we speak. And we'll have these starting lineups for you tonight here for this district opener between both teams. And Nikki Rowe, officially the home team, wearing the green jerseys with the white pants and the silver helmets. And then we see the offensive backs and receivers for McHi. It'll be the sophomore Hunter Curl who'll get the start tonight. But as you pointed out, Mario, he and Robert Amador will alternate at quarterback. Troy Martinez is then there at running back. Then Edward Castillo at tight end. Felipe Magana, Octavian Lewis, and Quinn Canada drawing his first start here tonight. Offensive line, Kai Hare, Jonah Barrera, Sendejo, Caleb Vega, Julian Lopez, and Steven Pedraza making up that big offensive line for McHi. Then as we take a look at the McHi defense, they've got Jaime Hurtado, who's been a force, along with the defensive tackle Sir Arredondo, and he's joined by Jose Molina and Juan Corpus. Then the linebacker core for the Bulldogs, Jordan Lopez, Trace Gagne in the middle, Tyler Zachman. And then looking at their secondary, it's an all-senior lineup, Dylan Swatis, Jackson Helmkamp, Vance Bramble, and Ramsey Reyes.
In fact, the entire defense is an all-senior lineup.
Yeah, a lot of experience there on that lineup there. You can see a beautiful sunset here as you have the coin toss between the two teams and the captains shaking hands. And we'll take a look now at the Nikki Rowe starters for this evening. That guy, by the way, wearing the visitors' jerseys tonight. They're wearing the white jerseys with the purple helmets and gold pants. Offensive backs and receivers, Jonas Ortiz, a senior quarterback, has thrown for over 600 yards this season. Joey Partida will draw a start at running back. He'll actually be going both ways. Gustavo Cruz is in there at tight end, and James Gomez. Gene Salinas, who's been starting at linebacker, will draw his first start on offense, and Alex Anzaldúa, the team's leading receiver, in there as well. Offensive line, Jimmy Talamantes, Jacob Mata, Gilbert Garza, Fausto Anaya drawing his first start tonight, and Daniel Alejandro. Then on the defense for Nikki Rowe tonight, you've got Jose Hernandez, Jacob Carr, Omar Villarreal, and Eric Morales. That's a four-man front that they're going with. They've been going with three-man fronts in the previous games. They'll go with four here against the Bulldogs. And the linebackers, Derek Luna, Andres Garza, and Josiah Alonso, one of their leading tacklers. And then secondary, Joey Partida, who's starting both ways, Adam Alvarado, Jason Neal, who is their leading tackler at the safety position, then Sebastian Cortez. And there, Neal, only a sophomore, but is doing well in this secondary for this team.
And Mark, we're, one of the things is that Rowe does have, you already mentioned, several players that go both ways, and boy, you really have to have a lot of endurance when you're going to be doing that, and we'll see what happens, especially in the fourth quarter.
There you see the weather for tonight. It's still 90 degrees. It's South Texas weather. Still 90 degrees here as we're heading almost towards 7:30. We've got a little bit of strong winds tonight, although it is clear skies.
And the Warriors won the coin toss, Mark, and they decided to quickly take the ball. And that's interesting because coming into this game, the Bulldogs defense has done a wonderful job. They come in here rated number 1 in the district. It's been a long time since I've seen a team in 3 games. They've only allowed 155 yards per game. So we'll see if that defense comes out strong, but you can only do so much being on the field. The McHi offense has to get it going. And there are the Zebras. And Mark, we've gotten accustomed to either we're going to have a 7-person crew or a 5, and this crew here led by Tony Guerrero. They have Herbertio Samuel Cavazos, Eloy Daniel Pulido, Christian Zamora, Arturo Alvarado, Adrian Elizondo, and Scott Shore. They had actually, I was talking to referee Tony Guerrero. He said he had a game last night in Laredo, and he gave me a score of about 60-something to 30-something, and he had 4 plays in a row where either there were punt returns, it must have been kickoff returns for touchdowns. So that's how you get 60 points.
Yeah, it reminds me of that big score last week in college football. Washington State and UCLA went 67-63.
That was crazy.
Like a basketball score. But that's what happens with those Mike Leach offenses. He can score a lot of points, and UCLA was able to score a little bit more and pulled the upset over the Washington State Cougars. They're introducing the cheerleaders right now for Nikki Rowe. And coming up in a moment, they're going to have a special campaign, the Go Gold campaign, which is Childhood Cancer Awareness Month is the month of September, and they've been doing special fundraisers to help raise money for children with cancer. They've been passing the helmet through the crowd during the home games, and they'll be coming up with that in just a moment. We have some pep rally footage we want to show you from earlier today. This was Nikki Rowe. Nikki Rowe, their big pep rally, and of course I'm sure they were especially festive knowing it was a district game and that it was an intercity rival in McHi. They've already played each other in volleyball, so there's already a little bit of furor that's building up.
It feels a little different tonight, Mark.
Here's a look at the pep rally. They're walking the Bulldog.
How about that? Very creative. But the big deal is, Mark, can they do it tonight here on the field?
Yeah,
because you know that
they did do it last year.
The McHi Bulldogs, this is where they practice. I mean, they think this is really their home field, but tonight they are the visitors, as you alluded to earlier.
Mm-hmm. So the Nikki Rowe cheerleaders giving their kind of a welcome cheer that they do before every game. They're formed in the shape of a W. There's the dance team, the Tiaras. They've won some awards and involved in a lot of community activities as well. They have the Tiaras at Nikki Rowe. McHi has their steppers. And Memorial, of course, has their prancers. And here come the McHi Bulldogs coming out onto the field.
And now, Junior Dylan Moreno, Student Body Vice President.
Now they're going to have the welcome by the Nikki Rowe Student Council, followed by a response from the McHi Student Council.
Good evening. Welcome to McAllen Veterans Memorial Stadium DQ Fan Field, home of the Mighty Warriors, a 7-distinction A-rated campus, the highest distinction awarded by TEA. My name is Dylan Moreno. As Student Council Vice President, I would like to extend a warm welcome to the parents, family, and friends here today. McAllen ISD earned the state's highest accountability rating.
That was an amazing accomplishment, isn't it, Mark? Rowe High School, they got all those distinctions.
Yeah, that's right. In fact, Nikki Rowe got all 6 distinctions. Got basically a perfect score in the post-secondary readiness distinction.
Awesome.
Which is a big one. That's basically a measurement of how effectively you're getting kids ready for college and for career.
Congratulations to Principal Monica Kaufman, who, by the way, her husband is a head football coach at PSJ North, and they are within the district, so that's an interesting night when they meet each other.
Yeah. Here come the Nikki Rowe Warriors out onto the field now. And they're going to have the response from McAllen High School Student Council. There we see Coach Robert Flores in the foreground a moment ago, 4th-year head coach of the Rowe Warriors.
And he's having a time of his life. As you said, played for the Warriors and now coaching, head football coach at Nikki Rowe High School. Robert Flores, quite a good athlete, not only did a great job in football, was also a heck of a basketball player and track. And I learned this the other day that he was either the student council president or the senior class president, but he was also a great student.
Oh yeah, class of '95, comes from a coaching family. His brother, in fact, coaches at McHi, the boys basketball coach.
We will witness the results of many hours of dedication of students, teachers, coaches, sponsors, and parents who have worked in unison to prepare the youth of today.
This is already, like you said, Mark, the first district game, so you're looking at, you can forget that the Warriors are coming in here 3-0, and McHi has a good record at 2-1. Forget all of that. It's all about, you better win, and this district is very difficult. You have Memorial Mustangs that are looking pretty good, number 1 in the valley. Then you're looking at far north, PSJ 8, and of course, the La Jolla School. So it's going to be, every game is so important.
What are the standings tell us right now as we hit the district openers for these two teams?
Well, we know that McAllen Rowe is 3-0 and McHi is 2-1. But some of the stats here that I was reviewing is that the defense on the Nikki Rowe side is ranked last in the district, while the defense for the Bulldogs is ranked number 1. So we'll have to see how that plays out.
Yeah, Rowe came in winners in all 3 of their games. They've beaten Weslaco 44-41. They beat Mercedes 28-25, and they beat Edinburgh North 36-14. So they're unbeaten right now. One of just, I believe, 3 teams that are unbeaten in the district at this point. And McHi's come in at 2-1. They beat Brownsville Lopez 49-7. Edinburgh North 29-13. They lost to Harlingen South 44-14 in a game 2 weeks ago. Both teams were off last week as they basically took a week off to get ready for district. You can take an idle week. You usually play 10 games over a period of 11 weeks. So all of the district 36A teams electing to take the last week off. so they could get perfectly healthy for district play. Patrick Shelby was the head coach of the McHi Bulldogs in his first year. Came over from Edinburgh, it was at Edinburgh Vela and then at Weslaco High School, where he was offensive coordinator.
Mark, I came to their practice again, and if you want to see excitement in the coaching staff, they are very excited. They do the best they can to keep their kids motivated. So it'll be interesting to see how they rebound from that tough loss to Arlington South. And it was a difficult loss, but too many turnovers. Never gave themselves an opportunity. The defense was hanging in there, but they kept giving the ball away to the Hawks, and the Hawks took advantage.
Yeah, I think weren't there something like 10 turnovers in that game?
Yeah, you and I were like, is this the first time we have double-digit turnovers?
They weren't all on McHi, but I think McHi had about 5 or maybe 6 of them. And yes, it did hurt them in their cause against Harlingen South. We're listening to the Nikki Rowe alma mater right now in the background. And that'll be followed by our Veteran of the Week and the National Anthem here at the stadium. There we see Jonas Ortiz in the middle there, number 1. Comes in with 609 yards passing. He's completed 74% of his passes, 8 touchdown tosses, and also quite a runner, averaging over 10 yards a carry.
You know, last year, Mark, he played 6 or 7 games, and he was like the leading quarterback passer and efficiency and everything. And even at the end of the season, he was still up there, even though he missed 3 or 4 games with an injury.
Nikki Rowe cheerleaders excited under Coach Larissa Cantu. And ready to begin this game between Nikki Rowe and McHi.
September is a childhood
I do
cancer
believe
awareness
that the visitor side, this is the most I've seen all year.
Children fighting this disease.
Yeah, quite a few on the McHi side, the visitor side. It's all festooned in purple. Right now they're starting the both teams moving to the middle.
I love this.
So we're going to have the childhood cancer awareness moment.
Because all kids deserve a cure.
So we'll sit back and we'll listen and we'll watch this. We'll be quite moving.
Good evening. As you look around the stadium tonight, you can see gold everywhere. Gold ribbons adore our beloved field. Gold wristbands, sponsored by Hidalgo County District Clerk Laura Hinojosa, are being worn by our football players, coaches, cheerleaders, and administration, all in support of a very special cause. In conjunction with the Faith Family Friends Foundation, Benny E. Cook Children's Cancer Clinic, and McAllen ISD, we are kicking off National Childhood Cancer Awareness Month by going gold. Did you know that the causes of most childhood cancers are unknown? At present, childhood cancer cannot be prevented. Every day, 43 children are diagnosed with cancer. 1 in 285 children will be diagnosed with cancer. Childhood cancer is not rare. Even more alarming is that only 4% of research funding is dedicated to finding a cure for pediatric cancer. It's our mission tonight and all month to assist in creating awareness for childhood cancer. It is our hope that awareness will lead to funding for research that will one day lead to a cure for a disease that does not discriminate. In the center of the field stands a group of local heroes who we honor tonight. Leo Sustaita is 5 years old, battling leukemia. Nani Morales is 60. Next, we have Nani Morales, 16-year-old, and is in leukemia remission. Next, we have Miranda Medina, is 8 years old and is in leukemia remission. Next, we have Jeremy Arispe, is 8 years old and is battling leukemia. Receiving them are Superintendent Dr. J.A. Gonzalez, Board President Marco Suarez, Board Vice President Sam Saldivar Jr., Board Member, Board Secretary Conrado Alvarado, Trustee Tony Forina, Trustee Larry Esparza, County Commissioner Eli Torres, and City Commissioner Victor Sebi Haddad.
Very special moment here is recognizing these children who are battling different types of childhood cancer. Very moving, very inspiring. See Dr. Gonzalez there, the superintendent, reading each one, along with members of the school board. Also have one of our city commissioners here, county commissioner.
And it puts everything into
and
perspective.
And our final
that,
student is
tonight's
Rene
game,
Marquez.
and it's good to have athletics, you know, to teach you life lessons, but we know that there's other families that are struggling, and cancer is tough, especially when it's little ones.
A big standing ovation on both sides here tonight.
Ladies and gentlemen, would you please welcome our superintendent of McAllen ISD, Dr. J. Gonzalez. On behalf of McAllen ISD.
Dr. Gonzalez welcoming everyone on the scoreboard.
Welcome to DQ Fan Field, McAllen Veterans Memorial Stadium.
Teams all set, ready for kickoff.
Best of luck, and we hope that you enjoy the competition.
Ladies and gentlemen, in appreciation of all our men and women in the armed forces playing, defending, and
They'll be
protecting
having
our
the
freedom.
Veteran of the Week.
We are proud to recognize our linebacker, Dogan Veteran of the Week. Ruben Macias served.
It's a gentleman named Ruben Macias, who's an assistant principal.
Yes, and
Nikki
Ruben
Rowe.
Macias, get this, Mark. He was one of my students.
One of your students?
At Zavala
He is now an
Elementary.
assistant principal at Rowe High School.
He was an awesome
He
kid,
is our
part of an
linebacker,
awesome
Dogan,
family.
Veteran of the Week. Thank you for your service.
Just a great kid. I still call him kid, Mark, because they were my kids back
Ladies
when
and
they were
gentlemen, Rowe
10, 11,
High
12,
School
13
Junior
years old.
OTC proudly
But now
present the
he's a
colors for
successful
tonight's
adult as an
game.
assistant
The
principal
commander in charge of the color
at
guard
Nikki Rowe High
detail
School.
carrying the United States flag is Cadet First Sergeant Ivan
And here comes
Tijerina.
the color guard as we get ready to present the colors, and we'll have the national anthem.
Victor
Color guard
Martinez.
made up of
The
Uriel
right guard is
Gonzalez,
Cadet
Ivan
Staff Sergeant
Tijerina,
Uriel
Victor
Gonzalez,
Martinez, and Christian
the left
Ivada.
guard is Cadet First
Who's singing tonight, Mark?
The program is under the
It's going to be a Rose singer. Name is Maya Chimotea.
So everybody get ready for this treat.
What so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched, we're so gallantly streaming, and the rocket's red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof but still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave.
Very well done. Maya Giomatea from Nikki Rowe High School doing an excellent job there with the national anthem. They had our Veteran of the Week, something they do at every home game for McAllen ISD schools, whether it be for Rowe or for McHi or for Memorial. We do have a timeout on the field at the moment before we bring the players out. What are the rest of the standings like in the District 36A? There's 2 undefeated teams coming into tonight. McAllen Memorial and Nikki Rowe are both 3-0. Mission, McHi, PSJA North, and La Jolla are all 2-1. And then the PSJA Bears and the Juarez Lincoln Huskies are 1-2 as we start off district play here tonight.
Last night, I do believe we had a game and PSJA North prevailed over Juarez Lincoln. This district has had a lot of success in non-district play.
So that would put PSJA North temporarily in first place at 1-0.
You actually have 6 teams that are playing above 500. As you mentioned, Memorial and Rowe are undefeated with Mission, McHi, PSJA North, and La Jolla at 2-1. And PSJA High, who is not a bad team, they're 1-2, and Juarez Lincoln at 1-2 also.
Interesting.
Lots of concern by even our players here tonight, Mark, with that injury.
Yeah, that's why they have a timeout on the field right now. The players waiting for the chance to come out. Both in their respective run-throughs, ready and excited to get this game going here at DQ Fan Field. First, a look at the standings. Once again, it's up to date. PSJA North at 1-0 is in first place and 3-1 overall. La Jolla Juarez Lincoln would be 0-1 and 1-3 at the bottom. Everyone else is 0-0 in district play. Top 4 teams go to the playoffs. You can see Memorial and Rowe both unbeaten in non-district action at 3-0. I believe there's only 3 teams in all of the Valley. They're undefeated, and 2 of them are from McAllen. So it's Memorial at Mission this evening. Nikki Rowe taking on McHi, and that leaves Juarez Lincoln taking on PSJA North last night, and then the PSJA Bears and La Jolla playing tonight. Here come the McHi Bulldogs.
You know, Mark,
and here come the Nikki Rowe Warriors.
Who's the cameraman right there? I'm impressed by our cameraman that was taking that shot. Oh, Mikey, with no helmet, no shoulder pads. Are you kidding me? He can get run over.
Oh, yeah. Mikey Rodriguez as the intrepid cameraman out there getting these beautiful shots.
So far, the play of the game is what's
that
his
one?
name?
Mikey Rodriguez.
Mikey Rodriguez. We'll give him the gold star for the game so far.
There we see Patrick Shelby talking to the one of the officials.
And next to him at the right side is Coach Alonso, the defensive coordinator that came with him from Wesco. And so far, he's doing a great job having the #1 ranked defense in the district.
Shelby came over he was the offensive coordinator with the Wesco Panthers playoff team last year, and then before that had been offensive coordinator at Edinburgh Bela powerhouse in District 31 6A. And there, Coach Robert Flores in his 4th year as head coach of the Warriors, and as you said, former Warrior himself in the class of '95.
Something's going to have to give, Mark, as the Rowe offense is #3, and they do average 400 yards a game versus the McHi defense, who only gives up 155 yards per game.
Yeah, and both of them scoring similar numbers, high-scoring teams. Rowe averaging 36 points a game, and McHi averaging just under 31 points per game. So you might see a score in the 30s here tonight as they're doing the tomahawk chop on the Nikki Rowe side. Warriors will be receiving. They'll be advancing from right to left. And McHi will kick off. There we see Jason Neal on the kickoff return, number 13.
For the Bulldogs, number 48.
Behind him is Joey Partida.
I was just going to say, I'm pretty sure without even looking on the field that Partida's back there somewhere.
Yeah, Partida standing at his own 5-yard line, waiting for this kickoff.
Game time, folks.
And it will be Yael Valero to kick it off for McHi. And we will be underway.
Partida does average 37 yards per kickoff.
And this one's kicked. It's going to be fielded about the 8-yard line by Partida. Brings it across the 15 at the 20. A big hole there. Across the 30 up to the 34-yard line. Excellent return for Partida of about 25 yards.
So what do you expect from the Rowe offense, Mark? A very balanced offense coming in here with 1,200 yards, 582 in a rush, 622 on the pass. So let's see. I mean, I can't even tell you what they're going to do. It's hard to predict because they can throw and they can pass. Very balanced.
Yeah, people think of them as a passing team, but they average close to 200 yards rushing a game. Ortiz will be in the shotgun. First down and 10. Rowe at their 34-yard line. And Zoldua goes in motion. They're going to hand this off. Partida out of the backfield up to the 40-yard line. So a run of about 6 yards on first down.
That first play is real simple. Offensive coordinator Sean Tarantola. It's nothing, just, hey, we're going to be strong tonight. Can you stop us? A play up the middle, pretty nice, 6-yard gain.
Bulldogs have 3 down linemen. Man comes in motion, that's Luna. They'll hand it off. Partida again, straight ahead. And bowls his way forward close to a first down. It's going to be about a yard short. It'll be third down.
You got to believe, Mark, that Partida is starting because a running back, Lorenzo Lopez, who's a very good running back, is not in the game.
Warriors in a hurry-up offense. Third down and 1. Luna in motion. Now Anzaldua goes in motion. They'll give it to Anzaldua. Sweep to the right side. He's hit at the line of scrimmage. Falls forward for the parent first down.
Well, Anzaldua, once he got the handoff running towards the sideline, he ran a lot of yards, but only gained 2 yards. But you know what? They only needed 1, so it's a first down of the game.
So first and 10, Nikki Rowe at their own 45. After Anzaldua picked up 2 on third down, and now rollout pass thrown to the sideline. This is caught by Alonso.
It was actually out of bounds.
Oh, out of bounds. I saw him catch it, but didn't see his feet. That's Alonso right there, a senior who plays both ways. He'll play offense and defense.
You know, I thought those days were over, Mark. But that tells you that maybe the Warriors don't have the depth that they would like to have.
Yeah, they have a number of players that play both ways. So second down and 10. They'll hand off. Partida spins his way forward for a gain of 4.
On the stop, number 45.
You know, Partida has a lot of speed. So third and 6, a passing down for Jonas Ortiz. Already has 1 pass.
Yeah, 1 for 2.
2 passes.
Ortiz wants to throw, can't find anybody. He gets Partida in the flat. Partida's going to be brought down short of the first down at the Bulldog 48.
Very well done by the Bulldog defense. That shows you right there, Mark, why they are only allowing 155 yards per game. Jonas Ortiz scrambling to the right side. He did a good job of at least getting a completion and giving Partida an opportunity.
There's a good tackle on the play by defensive end Adam Sanchez. Now on fourth down, they'll punt. Bulldogs thinking about returning it, decide not to, and wisely so, as it goes into the end zone for a touchback. So the Bulldogs will take over at their own 20-yard line with 8:51 to play here in the first quarter, no score.
We appreciate Focus Forward, a proud sponsor of McAllen ISD football and Rio Bank.
We'll see the Bulldog offense for the first time. Hunter Curl, the sophomore quarterback, making his first start. Although he's had seen quite a bit of action already. He's even run for a couple of touchdowns.
Coming into this game, the Bulldogs have the 7th out of 8th offensive unit, but the Rowe defense is dead last.
Man goes in motion. That was Castillo. They hand it off to Martinez. Martinez hit at the line and is able to force his way forward for a gain of about 3.
Jacob Carr in on the stop.
Here's second down. That was Troy Martinez again, who picked up just 1 yard. It'll be third down and long.
And with about a 3rd and 6 mark, we're going to see if the Bulldogs are willing to put the ball up. Young sophomore quarterback Curl.
So third down. Curl wants to throw. Now being flushed out of the pocket, and they're going to sack him. Good defending there by Nikki Rowe. I believe wrapping him up was 24 Andres Garza, the linebacker.
Great job by the defense. They started to put the pressure on Curl. And because he is a running quarterback, Mark, he's going to have a tendency to run when he has a chance. But away from the play, Mark, there was a little extracurricular activity, and we're going to expect that between rivalry teams. There was some pushing going on, so I'm pretty sure Tony Guerrero and his crew will control that.
So the punting unit out there. Robert Amador, who's also a quarterback, is their punter. Kicks this one. This is going to be toward the sideline and bounces out. It's going to be a good position for Nikki Rowe. It's going to be at the 38-yard line. Only a 15-yard punt.
Yeah, and sometimes special teams also play a factor. We've done that before where we've had keys to the game. But that was a tough punt for Amador, who does come in here with a reputation of being a fine kicker. He's actually an all-state punter.
So 7:01 on the clock here in the first quarter. Rowe takes over their second possession at the McHi 38-yard line as they hand it off on first down. This is going to go to Nick Meehan. Meehan has 3 touchdowns in the first 3 games, gets his first carry for about 3 yards.
And I have been real impressed with Meehan. His quickness and his toughness is pretty good.
And they go quickly with no huddle as they hand this off straight ahead. And again, it's Meehan on the carry. It'll bring up third down.
That's a hurry-up offense, Mark.
Looks like he picked up 4 yards. Third down and 3 now.
It should be 2-down territory, Mark.
At the 31-yard line, and we have a timeout on the field. Oh, timeout taken by Nikki Rowe. They want to talk things over on the 3rd and 3. 6:19 to go here in the first quarter. No score. We'll go ahead and take a break. We'll be back in a moment on McAllen ISD's Football Night.
Here at Bogus Ford, it's all about family. And this has been a family-owned business since 1933. Yeah, it's a long time, right? So treating you like family is very important to this family. We think you'll agree. It's better at Bogus.
And welcome back to DQ Fan Field at McAllen Veterans Memorial Stadium. McHi and Nikki
Mark,
Rowe,
when we
no
say
score.
it's two-down territory, can you explain what we mean by that? Because it is 3rd and 3.
Well, it means that on 4th down, instead of punting or going for a field goal, they would likely go for the 1st down. I think I agree with you. You snap it to Ortiz, rolling out to his right, is going to throw
He's
deep.
open.
Man is open, caught at the 5, touchdown! James Gomez, wide open on a streak route down the right side, catches it from Ortiz, who threw his 9th touchdown pass of the year, and Nikki Rowe's in front, 6-0.
What a route by Gomez to get open. But, you know, when you have a quarterback like Jonas Ortiz, you can roll out the way he did, and he threw that ball while he was actually running on the run, and boy, did he put it right where it needed to be.
Here's the extra point try. Kick is up and away. And it's good. Nikki Rowe on top now, 7-0. 6:12 to play here in the first quarter. Take another look at that touchdown.
Beautiful route. We don't get to see it, but the rollout, throwing on the run, check it out. I might even say that you might have caught that one there, Mark.
I might have been able to.
But I don't know if you would have gotten that.
I would have pulled a hamstring trying to do it, though, but I might have caught it.
I would have gotten too excited, and I probably would have dropped it.
Rowe up 7-0. So we'll take a quick timeout. You're watching McAllen ISD's Football Night. We'll be back in just a moment. Kids, get ready to move. Saturday, September 28th, it's the Let's Move McAllen Kids Marathon Kickoff. Students will run their first mile at the event and continue running in the fall. All kids in elementary and middle school are eligible. For more, go to McAllenKidsMarathon.com. The rest of our MITV crew bringing you exciting action. Nikki Rowe against McHi, taking another look at the Rowe touchdown. This was on 3rd down and 3. They elected to go deep. James Gomez, who caught it, ran in for the score. Celebrating there with Enzo Dua. That was a 3-play, 38-yard drive. It was a short punt by McHi that set up Rowe at the 38-yard line. They were able to drive down to the 31 and then the 31-yard pass that you just saw. Here's Rowe kicking off. McHi going from left to right. This will go out of the back of the end zone. It'll be a touchback for the McHi Bulldogs.
And here's where the Bulldog offense, they need to do their job, Mark. They need to stay on the field for a couple of first downs. You can't just not get those first downs and put the pressure on your defense.
Gave you the starters earlier. This will be McHi's second possession. There's Curl in there and the shotgun. Man goes in motion as Lewis. They try to hand off to him. The ball comes loose. Luna picks it up for Rowe, and the Nikki Rowe Warriors have it.
Derek Luna at the right place at the right time. That play just didn't work from the beginning, Mark. And you know what I say about turnovers? It is a turnover, Mark. It just never happened. I think Lewis thought that the quarterback was going to keep the ball, and he didn't. And there's that hammer, or what do you call that?
Oh, yeah, the big hammer when they get a turnover. I think they hit a trash can or something with it. A big sledgehammer there.
Excellent opportunity for the Warriors to take control of the game early.
They're at the 9-yard line, a first and goal here for Nikki Rowe after the fumble recovery by Luna.
There's a penalty.
And we got a whistle early.
And I think it's going to go against the Bulldogs, Mark. They had contact.
And who's our referee tonight? Is that Tony Guerrero?
Tony Guerrero. Been doing this for a long time.
On the defense, 5-yard penalty. We'll repeat the down.
That's the first penalty on either team tonight.
I'm going to have to correct him on that because he said a 5-yard penalty, but it was a 4.5-yard penalty. Half the distance to the goal.
Yep, first and goal now from the 4-yard line. They snap to Ortiz. He's going to flip it forward to Partida. Partida hit at the 2, goes over the end zone. Touchdown, Nikki Rowe.
Great blocking on the left side of the Warrior offense. Daniel Alejandro, Alak Zimmerman, center Gilbert Garza, Jacob Mata, Jimmy Talamantes.
Jonathan Velasquez will attempt the extra point. Up and good. And he's now 2 for 2 in this game. And the Warriors with 2 touchdowns on the board, 14-0. Taking advantage of the McHi turnover. Let's take another look at the touchdown here as they did a flip pass, technically a pass to Partida. Partida was hit about the 2. He's able to carry his man into the end zone over the goal line for the touchdown. Nikki Rowe on top here on McAllen ISD's Football Night.
I choose McAllen ISD because it allows our teachers to focus on the emotional intelligence of the child and really nurture that side of them.
Welcome back to DQ Fan Field. Mark May with Mario Reyna, the rest of our MITV crew. It's the Nikki Rowe Warriors on top of the McHi Bulldogs, 14-0 here halfway through the first quarter. Rowe has scored on 2 of their 3 possessions. They've had excellent field position, I think. They had one drive start at the 38-yard line, and that last drive we saw started at the 9-yard line. Had a penalty, moved it up to the 4, and then a one-play 4-yard pass to Joey Partida. Got them the touchdown. I believe that's Partida's first touchdown this season.
And be careful with Canada. Kinlian. If you give him an opportunity, he can be very exciting.
Velasquez will kick it off. It's kind of a line drive, going to be filled at the 5-yard line, right across the 10, now the 20, hole at the 30-yard line, going up the right sideline, breaks a tackle at the 40, still going, cuts inside at the 50, and is into Rowe territory to the 46-yard line. Jackson Helmkamp with a scorching run there.
Exactly what the Bulldogs needed. A good special teams play.
Here's a look at the replay of that kickoff. This is Helmkamp just following his blocking.
He did. He
all
allowed
the way up
the blockers
field
to open up for the mark. He also broke a couple of tackles. But Bulldog offense needs to take advantage. They have a golden opportunity here at the 46-yard line.
They're in Nikki Rowe territory. The officials blow the whistle before they snap it. Don't see a flag, but they are discussing something.
I can guarantee you that offensive quarterback Philip Romero is going to try to probably call the easiest play in the playbook, Mark, because of the fumble they had in the last possession. You want to make sure that doesn't happen again. Guarantee yourself something safe. Get some confidence back on the offense.
Coach Flores talking to referee Tony Guerrero.
And he's going to let us know.
It's malfunctioning.
Yep, you see a P on the play clock, or it's going down to 25 seconds when it's not supposed to be at 25 seconds.
Well, I'm not sure. I hadn't been looking at it. Maybe it wasn't. Maybe it was getting stuck or something like that. 25 seconds is correct.
Well, they do have 7 officials, so I'm pretty sure one of them can help out and keep now
they keep
the play clock on,
they can keep it on the field. The only thing is the quarterback doesn't really know exactly how much time is left. He just has to go by feel.
Well, both teams usually use the hurry-up offense. And I'm sure here Tony Guerrero's explaining, letting them know that they're going to kind of use some kind of signals, hand signals and probably verbal command signals to allow the quarterback to have the opportunity to have an idea.
Maybe something that tells him that he's got 5 seconds or something like that. So they'll play without it. 1st and 10, McHi at the 46-yard line in Rowe territory. Curl in the shotgun. He's going to hand this off Martinez. Ball comes loose again. And Curl tries to pick it up. Ball is still loose on the floor. And I think Nikki Rowe has it now. And in 2 consecutive offensive plays for McHi have resulted in turnovers to the Nikki Rowe defense.
Number 45, Jose Hernandez. Boy, those are unforced errors, Mark. You can expect turnovers when they happen and you're trying to accomplish something and it's caused by a good hit, or you think a receiver is open, but when you are having some problems that are caused by lack of execution, and there's a hammer, second time in this game, that's not how you want to give up easy points. And with the Warrior offense clicking right now in the last 2 possessions, you got to be careful.
5:38 to go in the first quarter, and Rowe has the ball all the way at the McHi 35-yard line. It'll be their 3rd straight possession to start in McHi territory. And that ball went all the way from the Rowe 46, 19 yards to the McHi 35. So 1st and 10 now for Nikki Rowe. Ortiz in the gun. Enzaldu in motion. They hand off to Meehan. Meehan trying to bounce his way forward and picks up about 2 yards.
I'd like to see what happened on the turnover, Mark, but it's going to be an unforced error. Just never happened. The play just never clicked.
There was also a play there by Omar Vidal to help keep the play alive for Rowe before Jose Hernandez recovered it. So 3-yard pickup by Meehan. Now here's a flip pass forward to Partida, and this time it's defensed well by McHi.
Number 52.
It's Trace Gagne, I think.
He doesn't make that tackle, Mark. I say the Warriors would have gotten a first down. Good open field tackle by Gagne.
So ball's at the Bulldog 31. 3rd down and 6 as Ortiz rolls out to his right. He's going to throw it deep toward the end zone. It's caught at the goal line. Touchdown. Derek Luna. And it's the 3rd touchdown strike of the first quarter for Ortiz.
Man, oh man. Ortiz. His receivers, it's one thing for you to have your receivers running excellent run patterns, pass patterns, but you still got to have that horse. And Jonas Ortiz is putting the ball where it needs to be.
He is just on fire tonight. That was another 31-yard pass. Here's Velasquez. Extra point up, and it is good. And Nikki Rowe on top, 21-0 over the McAllen Bulldogs. Here with 4 minutes, 30 seconds to go in the first quarter. Another look at the touchdown. This is on 3rd down and 6.
And he's rolling out,
right.
Mark. Running to his right. That's not an easy throw.
Luna got open behind the secondary. Caught that at the goal line and waltzed in for the touchdown. It's Nikki Rowe on top, 21-0 here on McAllen ISD's Football Night. 21-0 Warriors after a 3-play, 35-yard drive, capped by this 31-yard pass right here, Mario.
Check this out, Marcus. One thing to throw passes when you're in the pocket, but when you're rolling out, you put the ball right where it needs to be. That's special. Well, so far, the keys to the game are quarterback play. We could say Jonas Ortiz is dominating, 21 points, and the turnovers have given the Warriors 14 points.
Velasquez kicks it. It's going to go out of bounds. And that'll be McHi football at the 30-yard line, unless they ask them to re-kick. Yeah, Ortiz so far has completed 5 of 6 passes for 71 yards and 3 touchdowns.
I would say that's a little bit above that famous quarterback rating. Probably is what in the NFL he hits 150 something.
Perfect score, yeah, 158.3.
He might be at 160.
So 1st and 10. Curl at quarterback, hands off to Martinez, who runs it forward and feels his way up to the 32 for a gain of 2.
And you know what's going to make it more difficult for the Mustang offense is that when you're down 21-0, you start to get a little bit more nervous, and the Warrior defense, they can go after you and give up big plays, but this is a really important possession for the Bulldogs.
Hand off Martinez again, sheds a tackler in the backfield as he runs forward for another short gain. He'll bring up 3rd down.
Boy, the officials have to be really alert in this game, Mark. There's a lot of extracurricular activity. A couple of players a little, it's a rivalry. That's what happens.
So 3rd down and a pass out to the side to Magana, who catches it, breaks a tackle, gets the 1st down across the 40 up to the 42-yard line.
Magana, the yards after the catch is what made this play. Good throw by Curl. Safe pattern. Missed tackle cost the Warriors giving away a 1st down.
Magana comes in with 3 touchdowns in the first 3 games as Curl on 1st and 10, running for his life right now. Loses the football, but it goes out of bounds as he's tackled from behind.
And Omar Villarreal, number 44 for the Warriors, will not get a credit for a tackle, but check him out, Mark. He came in there on a blitz, outside linebacker blitz, and that just messed up the whole play. Give credit, as mentioned already, to Andres Garza.
So it's 2nd down and 12 now as he lost a couple yards. Curl rolls out to his right, can't find anybody. Now throws it, and it's incomplete. Looks like it was intended for Canada.
And give credit to the offensive line for the Bulldogs. They did a good job of blocking. They gave Curl a lot of time to throw, but he couldn't find any receivers downfield.
3:07 to go here in the 1st quarter.
Secondary for the Warriors doing a good job on that play.
Yeah, they had good coverage there. Curl had nowhere to throw. Now 3rd down and 12. Curl has plenty of time. Throws over the middle, and this is tipped incomplete. Intended for Canada. I think Luna was in there, and so was Adam Alvarado.
Good throw by Curl, but I think Alvarado, who's the one that gave him a hard hit, Canada. Two
kind of got there at the same time there, Alvarado
and also Derek Luna, making sure that Canada did not hang on to the ball.
Here's Amador to punt it. Kicks it straight ahead. It's touched by Nikki Rowe, then picked up and fallen.
That was a fumble.
At the 49-yard line. That was a heads-up play there by the Warriors. That was Sebastian Cortez.
Wow. Good alert play.
Rowe will have it at their own 49, so they'll begin another possession in good field position. 1:54 to go in the quarter. Ortiz out of the shotgun. He's going to hand this off straight ahead. And a short gain there for the running back. That was Meehan on the carry.
And Mark, when you're already up 21-0 and you're still in the first quarter, it has to change the mentality of offensive coordinator Shantartola, where you might be keeping some of those plays that you want to use. You don't want coaches to start seeing your scouting report, or you work on plays that you want to see they work.
Partida comes in motion. They'll flip pass it to him. Essentially a sweep to the left side and picks up modest yardage. He'll be just a couple yards shy of the first down to bring up third down.
Brought down.
Good job on the defensive side by Trace Gagnon.
Picked up 5.
Warriors.
It's been pretty quiet over there on the visitor side, Mark. It's been a tough first quarter for the McAllen Bulldogs.
Ortiz does play action. McHi doesn't fall for it, and they get in there and sack Ortiz. Excellent play by the McHi defense. Ramsey Reyes jumping in there to get the sack.
Give him a dog paw. What they put on the helmets? What is what they put on the helmets?
I think a dog bone.
Well, that was a big play, Mark. Not allowing Jonas Ortiz an opportunity to throw. And I don't think he ever touched the ground, and I don't think that referee Guerrero called that play dead, Mark.
Yeah, I saw Ortiz try to argue that at the end, but here's the punt. It's a high boomer. McHi has it at the 15. Room, trying to get room around the 30-yard line. A flag goes down. He crosses the 40 and then brought down at midfield.
Nice job by Joe Trevino.
And there is a couple of flags down back at the 20 and 25-yard lines after about a 35-yard return. The officials talking this one over.
Looks like the penalty is going to go against the Bulldogs.
Typically, where the flag is, it's usually an illegal block. But we'll see what the officials tell us.
And of course, the officials will give it away when they're walking in a certain direction that will tell you what's going to happen. What a great play by Ramsey Reyes on that quarterback sack. Mark, if you look, there's a lot of excitement. Bands, all kinds of bands are here now, the middle school bands.
Oh, yeah, the middle school's band students are here tonight.
Will decline the blindside block and will enforce the 20. You have to distance penalty. First down.
So they're both against McHi. Rowe declines one of them, accepts the other. It'd be a half at the distance penalty because they were inside the 20-yard line.
It started pretty bad right there, but Trevino did a good job, and he got about 40 yards off of this. But unfortunately for the Bulldogs, things are just not going well in this first quarter.
Yeah,
It's
had a big
penalty.
return there.
I mean, you were close to, what, the 45-yard line, and now you're back at your own. Looks like you're at the 10-yard line.
Just 48 seconds left in the first quarter. Here the quarterback's going to keep this one to the left side. Picks up a yard before he's brought down by the defender Omar Villarreal.
Omar Villarreal.
Tripped up by 44 Omar Villarreal.
Open field tackle. That should be the last play of the, I think. It will probably, we don't have a play clock, but I will assume that is the last play of the quarter. with about 18 seconds to go, maybe not.
Yeah, second down from the 11. Curl's going to line up with Martinez to his left. Curl in the shotgun. Gets the snap, hands off Curl, running right just as the horn sounds to end the quarter. And Luna and a couple of other Warriors are in there for the tackle, along with 7 Josiah Alonso in there too.
Alonso.
And it'll be third down when we come back for the second quarter. So teams are going to switch ends. It's Nikki Rowe 21, McHi nothing. We're going to take a break. You're watching McAllen ISD's Football Night. DQ Fan Field at McAllen Veterans Memorial Stadium, opened in 1976, still going strong like a grand old lady. Warriors leading at 21-0 after 21 points in the first quarter. All of them touchdown passes by Jonas Ortiz. Completed passes to Gomez, Partida, and Luna for the 3 scores. 2 of those over 30 yards. And Rowe has benefited from excellent field possession and also taken advantage of 2 turnovers.
If the Bulldogs ever need a first down, now's the time. They're deep in their own territory.
Bulldogs had just 1 first down in the first quarter. This girl's going to throw this one and intended for Lewis. It's behind him and incomplete.
And even if that ball was caught, I don't think they would have been able to get a first down because Andres Garza was waiting to make the tackle.
Yeah, Garza was right there on the spot.
Back in punt formation, number 12, Robert Amador. Back to receive
Amador will be standing
4,
almost at his own goal line for the punt. Partida for the Warriors standing at his own 45. It's going to be angled toward the sideline and away from Partida. Takes a huge McHi bounce. It's an excellent punt there. And that'll be out of bounds at the Rowe 31-yard line.
On the Warrior 31-yard line,
and that's the Amador that I've gotten used to seeing.
Yeah, 55-yard punt.
Yes, sir.
55 yards and backs up Rowe all the way up to their own 31. 11:47 to go here before halftime. First quarter stats for Rowe: 21 yards rushing, 76 passing for 97 total yards, and they had the 3 scores. So Ortiz out of the gun. Anzaldúa goes in motion. They hand this off to Meehan, who's going to try to bounce it outside. Is hit by several Bulldogs who are ready for that one.
The Bulldogs showing why they came in here with a best defensive unit in the district. There's about 4 Bulldogs in on that tackle.
Yeah, Jordan Lopez and Adam Sanchez in there on that tackle.
Again,
Snap to Ortiz on second down. Going to throw this one long left side, and it's incomplete. Intended for Alonso. On the coverage was Dylan Suarez.
If you're going to throw an incompletion, Mark, that's what you want to do, is overthrow. That way no interception. I like to recognize the Bulldog student section on section G, Mark. They almost have that section full.
They are packed over there.
I think the entire student body is out there.
Packed on the Rowe side too. So the ball's at the 31-yard line. Third down and 10 here for Nikki Rowe. 11:03 to go in the second quarter. What a timeout called by McHi. So let's take a break with the score 21-0 Rowe. We're going to go to the Smile Cam.
Oh, I always look forward to this, Mark. Hey, how about those little ones? Those look like the cheerleaders from Sanchez Elementary.
Yeah, well, it is a Sanchez Elementary school night, as they are celebrating the different elementary schools at each McAllen ISD home game. And there's the Sanchez cheerleaders. Sanchez, well known for its chess programs, too. 3 different champions at the state level last year in chess. Also participated in the national tournament.
And they have their fans up there. How about that?
How about
Sanchez
Sanchez?
Elementary. It's also another elementary that they always get a bunch of distinctions. They're led by Principal Cynthia Rodriguez. I went there today, Mark, and they had a bring your parent to PE day. It was packed. It was incredible.
Yeah, Principal Cindy Rodriguez, a real good job there at Sanchez Elementary. A lot of spirit. They're here tonight. And those are kids, are future warriors. They'll eventually feed into Nikki Rowe High School. And there will be a different elementary school that's honored at each McAllen ISD home game. As we saw Ortiz on 3rd down, try to pick up something. Yeah, couldn't get anything.
Why get a turnover, Mark? That's a senior for you. Play didn't work, but you didn't turn it over. So it makes it a 4th and 14. And you can do that. Don't try to force anything when you're up 21-0.
Ortiz was flushed out of the pocket. Gagne was chasing after him. Finally, he was wrapped up by Adam Sanchez, who's having a whale of a night. Here's the punt. Going to take a little bit of a Warrior bounce. McHi won't try to return it. And it's going to be McHi football at their 44-yard line.
The last play was also messed up by Sir Arredondo. Come on, Bulldogs. You got to get yourself a couple of first downs. Nothing better than scoring a touchdown to try to get a little bit of momentum back on your side, and also to try to get your loyal McAllen Bulldog fans going a little bit. It's pretty quiet on the east side of the stadium, which is a visitor site.
So Curl will be out of the shotgun. Man goes in motion. They'll hand off to him on a sweep to the right side and pull down right at midfield. Short run there by Caleb Killian.
And what happens, Mark, when you have a good offense going, it helps your defense. The Rowe Warrior defense was giving up 437 yards per game. They don't look that way tonight.
They look pretty strong, generating 2 turnovers. Quick pass to the side and run up to the Rowe 46 before he's brought down, and that'll bring up 3rd down and short. A completed pass to Eduardo Castillo.
Anthony Reyes, a good job on
brings
that
up 3rd down,
tackle.
2.
But this is a 3rd and 2 reasonable down for the Bulldogs. They can run. More than likely, they're going to run the ball.
3rd and 2 for the Bulldogs. Curl will hand this off, running straight ahead. Looks like he has enough for the first down. Good hard running there by Yahir Mesa.
First time we hear Mesa's name, I do believe. Got yourself a good 5 yards for a first down. Josiah Alonso in on the tackle.
The Bulldogs got the first down. They run a play quickly to Magana, who breaks a pass on the flanker screen and runs ahead up to about the 31-yard line. And that looks like enough for another first down.
And you know, Magana, he's something else, Mark. He's got good hands. As soon as he catches the ball, he runs forward. He's quick.
Up to the Warrior 31 now. This is the deepest penetration McHi has had. So he trailed in this game by 3 scores here in the 2nd quarter. Curl gets the snap, hands this off to Mesa. Mesa up to the 30-yard line, gain of 1.
Jose Alonso. Yeah, he Mesa again.
McHi again in the hurry-up offense. 3 receivers to the right side, 2 to the left. Curl's looking right. Oh, here's the blitz.
Oh.
And they got him down.
called it, Mark.
in there.
The blitz defensive coordinator, Oscar Torres.
So Omar Vidal and Eric Perales coming in here to get the sack on Curl. It's a loss of yards back to the 35, a loss of 5. And it's 3rd down and 14. Curl back to throw. Now he's going to throw it long, left side. It is tipped and caught by Felipe Magana. Touchdown! It was tipped a couple of times. Magana maintained his concentration and able to bring it in at the 5 and run in for the score.
I think there's a penalty. That's unfortunate because I was just going to say that that's what you want to do. Just put the ball in the area of Felipe Magana, and he has a tendency to make things happen. And the Bulldog band does not know that this ball is coming back because they're celebrating with their school song. We got to hold him. And things continue to go bad for the Bulldogs.
We'll take another look at this play. Again, it's a beautiful catch by Magana. You saw Curl actually kind of gesture like go deep.
You know what, Mark? That play doesn't count, but it was so good. Just put it in the highlight reel anyways. People are not going to know that there was a penalty.
So no score. It's still 21-0. They move it back 10 yards, and it's 3rd down and 34 now. To get a screen pass to the right side, breaking tackles and running up across the 30-yard line. It's a big return, got all the penalty yardage back, but it's going to be 4th down and 10. That was Quinn Canada on the screen pass.
Canada, it was pretty much Quinn Canada doing everything, Mark. After he caught the ball, he got himself all those yardage. I do believe he also plays basketball. 4th and 10, Mark.
They'll go for it on 4th and 10. Rowe has the blitz, but they roll out left side. Curl is hit, ball comes loose. McHi falls on it, but they're going to end up turning it over on downs.
Well,
ball was recovered by Julian Lopez, their offensive tackle, but it'll be a turnover on downs.
But Omar Vidal, he is having an all-district night in this first game. Mark, look at that. He cost a fumble. Wow. You think Superintendent Gonzalez would be at this game with 2 McAllen schools playing each other? What do you think are the odds?
Yeah, of course he's here. We're joined by our superintendent. Just one moment.
In the helmet. Tonight, please join our efforts and support our Go campaign. Thank you.
McHi, or rather Rowe, will start after the turnover on downs at the 39-yard line. We're here with our superintendent, Dr. Jay Gonzalez, with us now. And Dr. Gonzalez, good to see you. And
good to see
how
you.
Are you enjoying the game tonight?
It's fantastic. Anytime you fill the stands with McAllen ISD parents, and you have 2 wonderful teams playing each other, and it's our boys and it's our student body that's out here tonight, and it's a special deal when you fill up the stadium with McAllen ISD.
And now, before the game, you were participating in the Go Gold campaign. They had some kids out there who are battling cancer. I just can't imagine what it must be like to be that young and to go through something like that. And you were out there to greet the kids. What did you say to them?
Yeah, absolutely. Just letting them know that they have our complete support. Children are resilient and they're fighters, and it's unfortunate that they're dealing with this, but they're dealing with the best doctors that are going to help them and their families get through it. So we just wanted to show support for these wonderful children that are dealing with this situation, and their families as well. And McAllen ISD is definitely backing them. We had community members out, so it was wonderful to see so many people out, and our football players and everyone just saying we're here to support you, and it's something real special.
I see a handoff to Ansel Dua is going to go nowhere. McHi's defense was on top of that one. It'll be 2nd down and long for Rowe as we're under 7 minutes to go here in the 2nd quarter. And we had some couple of big activities, or a couple of big events that happened this past week. We'll start with the Strides program that had a ribbon cutting to kind of kick off. And tell us a little bit about the Strides program.
Yeah, the Strides program is one that we're very, very proud of. It's housed at Achieve or over at Lincoln. So you have Achieve Early College High School at Lincoln, and we now also have the Strides program there, and it's just a wonderful opportunity for children with special needs to extend their education so they get through their first 4 years of high school, then they can stay with us till they're 22, and the Strides program offers them opportunities to get certified in things like cake decorating and photography and floral design, so there's a lot of opportunities for them. We also have a house out there that our facilities maintenance and operation department built, and it's showing them all the life skills that they need to be independent one day. So it's a wonderful, wonderful program that McAllen ISD put together for our students.
Nikki Rowe now facing a third down and about 7 after the pass to Partida. So they'll have a third down here coming up. And one other thing that happened that was very impressive was a Blue Ribbon Award for Houston Elementary School. And tell us a little bit about what that was like and what the Blue Ribbon means.
That was a great experience for us. We have Sam Houston Middle School, or elementary, I'm sorry, Sam Houston Elementary, who has done a tremendous job over the years, performing at a very, very high level as one of our flagship elementaries here in McAllen ISD. And the U.S. Department of Education bestowed upon them one of the best awards that they can get. That's the National Blue Ribbon Award. So it's wonderful. Our principal, Mrs. Debbie Loya Thomas, does a wonderful job leading that campus. We have strong teachers there and a hardworking student body and supportive parents. And we're very excited for Sam Houston Elementary and what the National Blue Ribbon represents.
Now that's something that you can't just have one good year in a row. That's like 5 years worth of data that they look at, isn't it?
Yeah, that's a constant great performance by the campus. So that's what makes it so impressive, is their ability to close performance gaps, but also their ability to perform at a very high level academically over time. That's what makes it so difficult, and that's why we're so proud of Sam Houston.
Nikki Rowe had a 5-yard penalty, so it'll be 1st and 15, 5:09 to go here in the second quarter, and Rowe on top 21-0. Saw they converted on that 3rd and 7 play with an 18-yard pass to Gomez. The official starting the clock. And Dr. Gonzalez, any other plans, anything special that's coming down the road?
Well, tomorrow we have the McAllen Kids Marathon going on at the stadium, so our kids are going to run their final mile, and it's in conjunction with the McAllen City Marathon, so we're very, very happy to be working with the city like we always do. We have a great relationship with the city, and it's just one of those things where we push health and wellness in our district. So tomorrow there's going to be a lot of kids out here wrapping up their marathon with their last mile, so we're excited about that.
Yeah, that's between, 3,000 and 5,000 kids, I think, that'll be out here, right?
Yeah, we got a lot of kids.
Yeah.
I know that my oldest boy, Joe Douglas, who's in 2nd grade, is excited to be running his final mile, and he's getting a good night's rest tonight, so we'll be here early in the morning ready to take care of business.
Yeah, that should be fun. And if you have a child out there, you're welcome to bring them out. It's a free event. It's at 8 o'clock in the morning, Saturday, September 28th. It'll be right here at the stadium. In fact, everybody will be on the visitor side, on the east side of the stadium, so they'll be away from the sun. And all the kids will run their mile and get that marathon going. We're going to run a play here as Nikki Rowe in the shotgun. Ansel Dua comes in motion. And the quarterback's going to keep it himself after the fake to Partida, and he'll run it up to about the 41-yard line. Well, Dr. Gonzalez, appreciate you stopping by and sharing
Mark.
Everything with us.
I appreciate all you do for us. Thank you, Coach, and have a wonderful evening.
All right, you too. Dr. Jay Gonzalez, always a busy man here. It takes a little time to come up and keep us abreast on what's going on across the district. And as you heard, a lot of good news. The Strides program starting off with the fall semester, but they had their ribbon cutting ceremony this week, and then the blue ribbon for Houston Elementary. And congratulations to them on that blue ribbon. It's Marco Suarez, the school board president, kind of compared that to winning the Super Bowl or winning the World Series as far as schools go with that blue ribbon.
Right down by 42, Tyler Jackman. Brings up 3rd down 4.
14-6 is what I hear.
This one's 21-0 as Ortiz hands off straight ahead on 3rd down and 4. And it's Partida on the carry. Gets it up to about the 30, which ought to be just enough for the 1st down. Needed to get it past the 31.
I think it's coming back. There's a penalty that's right on the 30-yard line. That's why it was hard to see. It was on the white mark. And it is a penalty against the Warriors.
On the offense. 5-yard penalty. We'll repeat the down.
So 3rd and 4 becomes 3rd and 9. Goes from a running down to a passing down.
You know, and the Warriors were pinned down, and what was it, a 2nd and 20 or something like that? They got the first down, and that's what you get with Jonas Ortiz. You have a player that can get you those first downs when you need the big play. So here, let's see what he does on this passing down.
So it's backed up to the Bulldog 39. Here comes the blitz. Ortiz is going to get sacked. Looked like a delayed blitz there as McHi came in there untouched and sacked Ortiz. That was Tyler Zachman.
Hey, it goes well with his name, doesn't it, Mark?
Yeah, Zachman zaps Ortiz.
There you go, Tyler Zachman zacks Ortiz. A term coined by no other than Mr. Mark May.
Ooh, a loss of 7 on the play.
So give credit to the Bulldogs now, back-to-back stops.
There we see the Sanchez Elementary cheerleaders out there joining the Nikki Rowe cheerleaders. This will be future Rowe students one day. Rowe calls their second timeout with 2:41 to go here before halftime. Rowe up by 3 scores and in there with their punting unit. When we come back, this is McAllen ISD's Football Night. Back here at DQ Fan Field at McAllen Veterans Memorial Stadium. Mark May with Mario Reyna. Hope you're enjoying our coverage here at MITV. It's a Sanchez Elementary night. They're up on the big scoreboard holding up their Sanchez letters. Kids get in free with their school shirt. And the staff also gets in free with their ID. And that'll
nice
be
deal.
Every
Great deal.
McAllen ISD home game, there will be a different elementary school or school. Some of them will have 2 schools that will have that same opportunity.
The parents came ready with those Sanchez letters.
Yeah, a lot of parents here, staff.
And I wonder if they'll be here tomorrow morning at 8 in the morning for the McAllen Kids Marathon.
Yeah,
here.
we'll probably see some of those same kids will be here for the McAllen Kids Marathon.
8 in the morning. Get here by 7:30.
Be nice and cool at that time as well. So after the punt, McHi has it. 1st and 10 at their 25 as they hand this off to Mesa, who gets about 4.
Kicked up by 52.
And when you have a good offense, Mark, like the Warriors do, that helps the defense, and that's why the defense is pitching a shutout.
Curl forced to run, and he's going to pick up some decent yardage up to about the 36-yard line.
And Mark, right there, that play shows you the athletic ability of Hunter Curl. He should have been sacked, and he avoided the sack and was able to at least pick up 5 yards for a Bulldog first down.
The ball will be spotted at the 35-yard line. Clock a factor at minute 38 and counting. Bulldogs have 2 timeouts to work with. So Curl's going to fake a handoff and try to keep it, but gets only back to the line of scrimmage.
Job by the Warrior defense.
Yeah.
So second down and 10. 3 receivers to the left, 2 to the right. They're going to throw to the right side. It's caught by Magana on the flanker screen. Breaks a tackle, breaks a second one, and then surges forward. He's close to a first down as we hit the 1 minute mark here in the second quarter. They'll stop the clock momentarily, or actually no, they won't, because of we're short of the first down, so McHi's forced to use a timeout.
And Magana does it again, Mark. He turns nothing into something because of his quickness. Timeout by the Bulldogs. They'll have one more timeout.
Bulldogs facing a 3rd and 1 situation at their own 44-yard line. Just used their second timeout with 54 seconds left in the
Rio
first half.
Bank continues growing, and we're excited.
And that was so we take a look at the Nikki Rowe schedule. You can see they opened it up with 3 victories, playing the McHi Bulldogs tonight. And so next week they've got the La Jolla Juarez Lincoln Huskies. That'll be Friday, October the 4th. We'll have that game for you. Well, actually, that'll be a road game. Then they've got the PSJ
Yeah,
North
I was going
Raiders.
to ask you, Mark, are you going to ask the crew to pack all their bags and everything, cameras and equipment on that truck that's down there behind the stadium?
Oh,
So-
yeah, we won't have them do that.
Have you not told me
PSJ
something?
North on the 11th. And PSJ Bears after that. So here we go, 3rd down and 1. Curl back to throw, has time. This is caught, first down. This is Canada with it, all the way out of bounds at the 40-yard line to stop the clock. Excellent execution there by McHi offense.
And you'll take those easy yards for some reason. Looked like the Warrior defense was playing prevent defense and we're going to give you the yards in front.
16 yards on that pass and catch. Curl wants to throw again. This one over the middle, caught by Magana near the 30 and up to about the 25-yard line with 37 seconds left. That'll be enough for a first down.
Coming in from his linebacker position. That was not the intended receiver for Curl. So he did a good job to find his secondary receiver, and Magana once again doing what he does good.
We'll take a break. We'll be back in a moment. This is McAllen ISD's Football Night.
You better have great teachers. You better have a committed staff. Today we found out it's official. We got an A. Yeah! Woo! We got an A. Yeah!
McAllen ISD's A is the highest designation in the state of Texas for 2018-19. McAllen ISD, an A district. Welcome back. 37 seconds left in the first half. It's 21-0 as Curl rolls out from his 25-yard line to the right side. He's going to keep it. A spin move at the 20 and hit by Andres Garza before he goes down inside the 20-yard line.
And they have to hurry up, Mark, because they don't have another timeout.
Yeah, they are out of timeouts. And Curl's going to clock this and stop the clock at 17 seconds. Now, he didn't pick up the first down, so it was second down and now third down.
Who was he throwing the ball to, Mark? There was nobody there.
Yeah, just the grass. Or the turf. So Curl's going to throw this one to the right side. Caught by Canada at the 20. Breaks the tackle, is hit. Knocked out of bounds at the 10-yard line. With 11 seconds left. And that's enough for a first down.
And old Canada, man, he looks like a very dangerous receiver, Mark.
Be first and goal for the Bulldogs.
He's just a junior.
6 first downs here in the second quarter after only 1 in the first quarter for McHi. So their offense has come alive. 11 seconds left. They're going to throw this one right side. It's caught near at the 6, near at the 5, and down near the goal line.
And that's going to be
stop the clock.
unfortunate. They cannot stop the clock, Mark. They ran out of time.
That's going to be the half.
Time expires. That's the end
tough for
of the
McHi.
second
Tough
quarter.
right there as they completed the
It's time
pass
now
to
for
Eduardo
the
Castillo, who got all the way
Teacher
down
of
to
the
the 1
Week
yard
kit.
line. We're going to take another look at this.
Each week, one of our
See how close he got to the end zone.
And the thing about it, Mark, that's just the way that night has gone
Wednesday,
for
Patino,
the
a data processing
Bulldogs.
clerk from Rowe High School.
He was
You have
clearly
30
short of the
seconds.
goal line. It was knocked down at the 1 yard line.
Who's doing this kick
And there was
now,
only
Mark?
about 2 seconds left before they could set the ball. McHi did not have a timeout, and
Here
time
he
expired here in
goes.
the first half. 21-0. Now we're going to have the kick. This is the Educator of the Week. Chance to win $100.
Nice try. How
And
about a
no
hand
cigar.
for Wednesday Patino from Rowe High School?
Wednesday Patino of Nikki Rowe High School, one of the staff members there at Nikki Rowe, had a chance there to win $100 as he'll get a lovely parting gift from Performance Therapeutics. Right there. So we'll have the halftime bands. We'll have the McHi marching band, followed by the Nikki Rowe marching band, the halftime stats, and then the second half of action all coming up your way in just minutes. Warriors lead the Bulldogs 21-0 here at the break. This is McAllen ISD's Football Night.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to another night of fantastic halftime entertainment. The McAllen High School is pleased to present the 2019 Pride of McHi, your Battling Bulldog Marching Band. The band is under the field direction of senior drum majors Valeria Mendez, Gilbert Guerra, and Ashley Benavides. Color Guard Student of the Week is Jennifer Duarte. Band Students of the Week are Alex Martinez and Dylan Hernandez. Congratulations to these two seniors for taking first and second place in their sections at the All-Region Jazz Audition earlier this month. They advanced to the area round recording session for a chance to make the All-State Jazz Band on October 8th. This week's Section of the Week, the Color Guard. Performing first tonight under the direction of Rachel Castillo Ruiz and Assistant Band Director Brenda Ramirez, please welcome to the field the 2019 McHi Steppers. Officers for the Steppers are Captain Senior Katarina Mosley, Miss Showtime and Showtime International All-Star. First Lieutenant Senior Yahida Cerda, Miss Showtime and Showtime International All-Star. Second Lieutenant Senior Taylor Ellinger, Showtime International All-Star. Stepper of the Week is Alexa Gomez. Tonight, the Steppers will present the hip-hop Latin trap chart, I Like It, as made popular by Cardi B. Ladies and gentlemen, with music provided by the McHi Band, let's hear it for the McHi Steppers.
DQ Steppers. Tonight, the McHi band will be joined on the field by band students in the McAllen High School vertical team. We are very proud to welcome 7th and 8th graders from the band at Morris and Travis Middle School to perform alongside the 4 McAllen High School band on 2 football classics, Land of 1,000 Dances, and the Hay Song. This performance caps off an afternoon of rehearsal and social camaraderie, bringing together more than 300 MISD band students from across 3 campuses. Special thanks are due to our wonderful band parents in their effort of providing dinner this afternoon and to collect water bottle donations for all these outstanding performers. Drum majors, take it away with the Hay Song. And now, ladies and gentlemen, please put your hands together for Land of 1,000 Dances. Ladies and gentlemen, let's hear it again for all the students in the McHi band vertical team. Travis band directors are Antonio Olivares and Denise Pena. Morris Middle School band directors are Dorina Kingston and Oscar Medina. The teacher for the fall 2019 is Raul Gonzalez from UTRGV. And a former student of Mrs. Kingston. A special thank you to all the middle school parents who volunteered to chaperone today. Your efforts are greatly appreciated. Tonight, the McHi band will present a portion of their 2019 UIL contest program entitled Desert Winds, featuring original music composed by Gary P. Gilroy. The show opens with a fiery Arabian Inferno evoking all the all-consuming heat of the sun. The second selection is entitled Caravans and tells the story of a journey through the desert ending in a violent storm. Stick around after the game and catch a special post-game performance by the McHi Band of their entire 2019 UIL contest program. The band has been working hard since July on the production. If you're looking for a free opportunity to see all three McAllen ISD band programs, then mark your calendars for Saturday, October 5th here at the very own stadium where the MISD Marching Showcase. This quick exhibition is intended to allow parents and students from all three high schools to see and support each other as the band prepares for 16. Times are 5:15 p.m. for McHi, 5:30 for Rowe, and 5:45 for Memorial. Drum makers, the field is yours. Let's hear it again for the Battling Bulldog Band. If you're looking forward to Pigskin on October 19th in Edinburgh, Texas, and want to be sure to catch another tradition and excitement, look for tickets to go on sale starting October 1st and sold through Mr. Rosa. Stop by the band hall to make your purchase. Now, ladies and gentlemen, please stand and join us for the traditional spelling of the McHi as the band performs the football classic, the National Emblem March, and the McAllen High School fight song. McAllen High School band is under the helm of Jason Grant. Salazar, Angela Pica, and Rowe La Cruz. Bulldogs sponsors Jennifer Rodriguez. Bulldogs instructors Steve Lamar. Technicians, instructional staff include David Pepper, Christopher Hughes, Assistant Gilmore, and Rowe. Ladies and gentlemen, McAllen High School band.
To introduce the 2019-2020 Nikki Rowe Tiaras under the direction of Susan Thomas and Alexandra Saldivar. Introducing the Tiara officers, Second Lieutenant Junior Ivana Rodriguez, Dance Line Elite Team and ADTS Honorable Mention All-American Dancer. First Lieutenant Sophomore Mia Belmontes, Dance Line Elite Team, ADTS Honorable Mention, All-American Dancer, and ADTS Kick Company. Captain Junior Nicole Tamez, Dance Line Elite Team, ADTS All-American Dancer, ADTS Kick Company, and ADTS Dance Company. And Major Senior Brianna Bradford, Dance Line Elite Team, and ADTS Honorable Mention All-American Dancer. Our Tiara of the Week is Alyssa Briales. We now feature the tiaras in a palm kick routine to everybody's favorite, Achy Breaky Heart. Tiara Dance Team. Excellent job, ladies. Don't forget, ladies and gentlemen, if you want to get a pre-pigskin preview of your favorite marching bands, Saturday, October the 5th, join us here at DQ Fan Field as all three bands will perform their pigskin routine in a preview of the greatest Battle of the Bands in history. The Mighty Warrior Band will now present a portion of their pigskin show. The show theme this year is Celestial Darkness and features music associated with space, love, and pain. Our pre-show opens with a funky version of Also Sprach, Zarathustra, aka 2001 Space Odyssey, followed by Mars from the Planets by Gustav Holst, Nessun Dorma by Giacomo Puccini from the opera Turandot, and finally closing with Jupiter from the Planets, also by Holst. The show will evolve throughout the season as we prepare for the Pigskin Marching Contest on October 19th. Now let's make some noise and welcome your Mighty Warrior Band. Under the field direction of Senior Head Drum Major Kendra Gowdy, Senior Drum Major Jocelyn Hernandez, and Senior Drum Major Janice Hernandez, we proudly present on DQ Fan Field the Nikki Rowe High School Mighty Warrior Marching Band.
And now, a special
salute to the great students, teachers, administration, community members, band parents, band boosters, and sponsors of the All 7 Distinguishments Nikki Rowe High School Band. Thank you for all of your outstanding support. Visiting us today are the De Leon Middle School Band under the direction of Kerry Adame and Santiago Chapa, and the Fossum Middle School Band under the direction of Bruce Brooker Key and Marla Durant. Thank you for your outstanding band programs. The 2019-2020 flag officers are Jessica Gorman and Giselle Sines. The color guard is under the direction of Ms. Felicia Juarez. Band members of the week are Ever Villanueva, Alondra Lopez, Yaneli Perez, Jose Juarez, Sabrina Alicea, Jonathan Nettie, Jared Ojeda, Victor Arzola, Francisco Martinez, Erin Villagran, Ana Gutierrez, Joseph Chansey, Diana Saldivar, Valeria Cuevas, Fernando Lozoya, and Kaylee Puente. The Rowe Band is under the direction of the incredibly talented Roberto Argarza, assisted by Abel Ocañas, Henry Castillo, Laura Morin, Joey Acosta, color guard tech Felicia Juarez, and drum tech Aaron Rodriguez. McAllen ISD is a national best community for music education 7 straight years, placing the district among the nation's top 4% of school districts. Welcome to the field, the McHi Bulldogs. And let me hear you make some noise for the Nikki Rowe Warriors.
And we're back here at DQ Fan Field at McAllen Veterans Memorial Stadium, getting ready for an exciting second half. Here come the Warriors. Saw the Bulldogs just a moment ago. Warriors up 21-0 here at the break, but McHi had a couple of bad breaks, didn't they?
And that's what we talked about in the keys to the game, Mark. The quarterback play, as good as advertised. Jonas Ortiz is having a great day as you look at the stats. Of course, 3 touchdown passes and the turnovers from the Bulldogs, bad turnovers, led to 14 points.
Yeah, the 2 turnovers there at the bottom. The first downs, McHi's offense came alive there in the second quarter, and they actually had more first downs, 7-5, and almost as many yards. You can see the yardage mainly in the passing game for both sides. 121 to 111 is the total in favor of Rowe. Penalties were negligible there, although one penalty on McHi, one of those 3 penalties cost him a touchdown.
Yeah, Mark, and the other thing is that at the end of the half, they were within 1 or 2 yards of scoring a touchdown. But at least they should have the momentum on their side. Their offense finally got going, and we'll see if that continues, because the Bulldogs will be receiving to start the second half.
Yeah, Bulldogs will have the ball going left to right. Rowe will be kicking off. But yes, McHi, a couple of bad breaks. They had the touchdown pass to Magana that was negated due to a penalty. And then the very last play of the first half, with their out of timeouts, they were able to get the ball all the way down to the 1-yard line, but the clock ran out before they could snap the ball. There's Velasquez. And his kickoff is going into the end zone. He'll go out for a touchback. So McHi will get the ball at their own 25-yard line to start this third quarter.
Automatic touchback, be 1st and 10 for the Bulldogs.
Exciting halftime. We saw the McHi marching band, the Rowe marching band. We saw the steppers and the tiaras. And we saw the little Warriors and the little Bulldogs come out.
Everything is happening tonight. I went downstairs, Mark, and there's a lot of excitement. That's all I can tell you. And there's a lot of fans out here on both sides. A lot of pride by both schools.
Also Sanchez Elementary night. And they have the Fossum and De Leon middle school bands here.
Check that out. Look at that, Mark.
That's on a huge crowd.
The Rowe side, definitely packed. I haven't seen that in a long time for the Warrior side.
We'll see how it is on the visitor side in just a moment, as Curl, the quarterback, has a huge run here, 1st down and more, all the way across into Warrior territory before he's brought down. A run of more than 25 yards.
Great run by Hunter Curl, and that is his strength. He can run. A lot of speed. Real successful quarterback coming out of Morris Middle School. And
1st down.
You give him a little opening, and he is very dangerous in open field.
And here we go back to action as they hand this off to Martinez. Martinez tripped up after a 2-yard gain. It was a 30-yard run by Curl just a moment ago. So 2nd down and 8 now at the Rowe 43.
And regardless of how Hunter Curl performed, oh, look at that. Look at the Bulldog side. Just as packed, Mark.
13,000 seat stadium. Most of them, those seats are filled tonight.
Yeah, they got to have over 10,000 fans here tonight.
2nd down and 8 as Curl wants to get outside to the right side, cuts inside at the 35, fights his way up to about the 31. He has another 1st down.
So the Bulldog offense keeping that momentum going. It's nothing fancy. It's just a straight grab it, go. Like a jet sweep to the right. And regardless of how Hunter Curl played in the first half, Coach Shelby is sticking with him here in the 3rd quarter.
It's paying dividends. 1st and 10. The Rowe 31-yard line. Curl now wants to throw. It's going to go over the middle. This is caught by Magana at the 24. Gain of 7.
And even though the Bulldogs are not throwing much, every single time they throw into the general area of Magana, he makes things happen.
We saw James Gomez, who plays wide receiver, also playing some defense right now for Nikki Rowe, which has a number of players that play 2 ways. Play action, Curl's going to keep it. May have been a broken play.
Or an option.
Back to the line of scrimmage.
Omar Villarreal again.
Yeah, he's had a big night.
Torres Albert also helping in. Villarreal is having an all-district performance now. What I mean by that is he's probably going to be on the all-district selection team just on his stats for tonight.
This might be a free play. They're going to throw this left side, intended for Magana, and it falls incomplete. But there is a flag down. This might be
There's a lot
Nikki
of
Rowe for
movement,
encroachment.
but there's a lot of movement on both sides. You're right on that one, Mark.
On the defense. Be a 5-yard penalty. Result of the play. 1st down.
That penalty gives the Bulldogs a 1st down inside red zone territory.
They're going to fake the handoff, and Curl wanted to keep it. Rowe detects that one, and Andres Garza, I should say, wraps him up, pulls him down. Also, Jose Hernandez in there on that tackle.
And I do want to report, Mark, that the play clock is back operating. We had problems with it in the first half.
Loss of 3. 2nd and 13 now from the Rowe 22-yard line.
I think now the Bulldogs are going to get a penalty.
Ball start. Double pump on the center. 5-yard penalty. Repeat the down.
A double pump by the center, Mark.
Oh.
Remember last week, or was it 2 weeks ago, they called everybody moved except the center.
Mm-hmm. Double pump, you can do that in basketball.
Absolutely.
Can't do it here.
And we have a timeout by the Warriors. They didn't like the matchups.
So Nikki Rowe up 21-0 here in the 3rd quarter, 9:06 to go. And Rowe has taken a timeout, so we'll take a break. You're watching McAllen ISD Football Night.
Rio Bank continues growing, and we're excited to announce our new corporate headquarters in McAllen. The building will be ready this coming April. Come grow with us. Rio Bank, your kind of bank, your kind of banker.
And welcome back to DQ Fan Field. Mark May with Mario Reyna and the rest of our MITV crew, bringing you this exciting district opener, the Nikki Rowe Warriors against the McHi Bulldogs. Warriors scored 21 in the 1st quarter, scoring on 3 of their first 4 possessions. Haven't been able to score since. McHi's been able to move the football, but has been unable to punch it in.
And that's what happens sometimes, Mark, with high school kids, even in the pros and college. You're all fired up, your adrenaline is all over the place, and you score 21 points, and then you tend to relax.
After the 5-yard penalty, it's 2nd and 18 now against the Bulldogs. Curl in the backfield. Now flushed out of the pocket against the blitzing linebacker. Tucks it under his arm, wants to keep it. Hit by Garza, and it is brought down at the 25-yard line.
And Hunter Curl did a good job of avoiding another sack. I thought they were going to get him. Avoided the sack. And at least he was able to get some positive yards. Take a look at how he avoided the sack right there, Mark.
Those Garza,
Josiah
got him.
Alonso.
Yeah, Alonso brought him down.
Brought him down again.
Only a 2-yard gain, so it's 3rd down and 16 now from the Rowe 25. Have the wind in their faces, so they might be just out of field goal range at this point. It's Curl looking to throw. Now flushed out of the pocket, trying to run it. It's going to be wrapped up and brought down. He's going to be sacked by Alonso.
And give him credit, Mark, because we know Josiah Alonso is going both ways as a tight end receiver. So he's been running a lot of patterns on the offensive side and also playing linebacker. So it should be 4th down now.
You see Alonso coming out of there to pull Curl down.
So what can you call on a 4th and 19, Mark?
4th and 19, the Bulldogs out of field goal range
time.
And really too close to punt it. They're going to go for it.
Magana time, or Canada.
Yeah, Canada has some speed, and so does Magana. 3 receivers to the left side, 2 to the right, empty backfield for Curl. And now a flag goes down. This might be a delay game.
Yeah, delay game.
Replay the down.
So that'll make it 4th and 24. So you move it back to the 33-yard line. They need to get to the 9-yard line for the 1st down. Could also watch for the quick kick here. 2 receivers left and 2 to the right. 1 man in the backfield is Martinez. Curl back to throw on 4th down. Running for his life now. And he's going to go down after a short gain of up to the 32, a gain of only 1. And they'll turn it over on downs.
Once again, the Warrior defensive line and the linebackers putting pressure on Curl, making it a very difficult night for Hunter Curl. Didn't have much time. Had to try to scramble, try to make something happen. Villarreal once again putting pressure.
I got to give credit to that Rowe secondary too. The Curl with time to throw, but just unable to find any receivers.
You're right, Mark.
1st and 10 as Rowe takes over on downs. They're going to hand it off. This is Partida straight up the middle, 10 yards or more for a 1st down, all the way up to the 45-yard line. A gain of 13.
Quick 10 yards. Ramsey Reyes.
Warriors in a hurry-up offense. Send 2 receivers to the right. They hand it off. Partida again has blocking up the middle, straight the middle, still going into the secondary, all the way into Bulldog territory, down to the 30-yard line.
And Tyler Zachman on the tackle or not, Partida would have taken it all the way. Good blocking up front by the Warrior offensive line.
25 yards on that run by Partida. He's had 40 yards on the last 2 carries. 1st and 10 at the Bulldog 30. They'll give it to Partida again. Same play again over the left side, and this time the Bulldogs hold them to a 2-yard gain. And there on the tackle was Zachman and a couple of other Bulldog defenders. Some stats there. Partida, his last game, had 7 catches for 76 yards, also rushed for a touchdown. He has his first receiving touchdown here tonight. This is Meehan on the carry here.
Good back-to-back stops by the defensive line for the Bulldogs. Making it a 3rd and 9.
Down and
It's not a bad deal, really. When you have a 3rd and 9, you know Jonas Ortiz is probably going to throw the ball, and he's making things happen, so we'll see.
Warriors 4 for 7 on 3rd down as Ortiz rolls out
He's
right,
open.
throws toward the end zone. Man is open, overthrown, and incomplete. Intended for Gomez.
And I was seeing the reaction of Jonas Ortiz on that one, Mark, and you can tell that he knew he just had a touchdown, and he overthrew the receiver. He loves to roll out. Great arm.
Yeah, he's had 2 touchdown passes that looked like that earlier tonight. 3 touchdown passes overall that Ortiz has thrown. That was almost number 4. Warrior mascot having a good time.
Great moves. In rhythm.
So the Warriors on 4th and 9 will go for it here. Deep in McHi territory, Ortiz running for his life. And he's going to be brought down for a loss of yards back at the 32. Loss of 3 on 4th down.
Give the Bulldogs credit. They gave up a couple of first down. Things weren't looking good, but they came up with a big stop. Can't let this game get out of hand. You're down 21-0. At least you have hope.
So with 5:39 to play in the 3rd quarter, it'll be McHi's football at the 32-yard line. Bulldogs have played the Warriors pretty evenly since the start of the 2nd quarter. But the Warriors blitzed them for 3 touchdowns in the 1st quarter and still lead by the same 21-0 score.
Lots of smiles right there. 21-0.
Kind of an impromptu smile cam we had there. Should have an official smile cam coming up later in this half. So here's the Warriors, 1st and 10. Or excuse me, the Bulldogs, 1st and 10 at their 32. And that was a direct snap to Magana, by the way.
The Wildcat.
Yeah, a little Wildcat action.
And Mark, you got to get Magana involved. There hasn't been a play where he hasn't been involved that he hasn't gotten you some quality yards. Nothing fancy, just let one of your best offensive players do what he does best.
So it'll be Wildcat again. Magana will go under center. Now Magana has played quarterback before. So this is not new for him as he's going to be in the shotgun. A snap to him, he's going to fake the handoff. Magana trying to keep it, trying to dance his way through. Wrapped up by one of the Warriors. That was Andres Garza with a good open field tackle.
Yes, Andres Garza with a sure tackle.
It's going to be a loss of 2 yards. Going to bring up 3rd down. Bulldogs are 4 for 9 on 3rd down tonight. 3rd down and 4 here. Direct snap to Magana. Magana is going to get the 1st down with the run up to the 43-yard line. Gain of 5 on 3rd and 4.
And what Coach Shelby's trying to do is just throw off the rhythm of that Warrior defense. It looks like Hunter Curl is back in and Magana is going back to his receiver position.
And Magana will be split out wide to the left side. Curl will go out of the shotgun, handed off. Troy Martinez has a pulling guard across the 45 up to about the 47. Gain of 4 on the play.
We haven't heard much of Troy Martinez, but we know he's a real good, tough running back, but you can't open no holes up front. You're not going to get yourself yards. They need to try to get Magana. Keep going to him. He's a real good receiver.
We'll see if they go to Magana on this play as he was isolated on the right side, but Curl doesn't have any time at all. So he goes into the backfield and is brought down for a loss.
And this has happened all night long. Curl, when he tries to pass, somebody comes in there and puts pressure on him right away.
They had Magana isolated on the right side that last time. Now 3rd down and 7 They'll put 3 receivers to the left and 1 to the right. Snap to Curl, who's looking to his right side. Pump fake. He's going to throw it deep, intended for Magana, and overthrown. Partida on the coverage.
Joey Partida making it happen on both sides of the ball. He's had a lot of carries. And then he's playing defense on Magana.
And here on 4th down, they elect to go for it. This is Troy Martinez. Runs it across the 50 to the 49-yard line. And it's brought down short of the first down marker.
Short of the first down.
Be turned over
There's a gain of 6, but they brought up 3 yards short of the first down.
So the Warriors now with a first down. I didn't know that. Well, I guess on change, what do you call it? A change of downs, the clock does stop.
Yes, it does. 2:36 to go here in the third. And here's Rowe on their first down. They're going to give this to Meehan, and Meehan is brought down for, it looks like, a loss.
You know, sometime during the week, I'm going to call offensive coordinator Sean Tarantola for the Warriors. It looks like it's a little conservative, kind of like maybe you don't want to give away other wrinkles in your offense because you know you have all kinds of scouts here and they have video, so a little conservative.
Ortiz elects to keep it on 2nd down. Gets across the 50 to the Bulldog 49, a gain of 2. It'll be 3rd and long.
So do you see a rollout here of Jonas Ortiz to the right side, Mark? He loves to do that.
That's been real successful for them tonight, that rollout to the right.
We'll see.
For the Warriors, ball spotted, McHi 49.
Meehan in the backfield with Ortiz. Ortiz wants to throw, has time, throwing to the right side. It's incomplete. Look over the head of Enzel Duap. Looked like Suarez on the coverage.
Something happened there, Mark, that miscommunication. There's no way Jonas Ortiz is going to throw a ball that much off target. And you know, it looks like the Warriors are willing to punt it away.
At midfield, they can pin the Bulldogs deep. Their defense pitching a shutout so far. Almost through 3/4 of play. We're at minute 33 to go, and I think the Warriors are going to be forced to use a timeout as they had a substitution confusion.
You know, I don't know if I would have called a timeout on that one, Mark. I'd just take my 5-yard penalty, and it's not going to hurt you, but that's just me up here.
Okay, we'll take a break. Nikki Rowe up 21-0. This is McAllen ISD Football Night. Kids, get ready to move. Saturday, September 28th, it's the Let's Move McAllen Kids Marathon Kickoff. Students will run their first mile at the event and continue running in the fall. All kids in elementary and middle school are eligible. For more, go to McAllenKidsMarathon.com. We're back here at DQ Fan Field. You saw that promo for the McAllen Kids Marathon Kickoff. That'll be tomorrow, 8 a.m. Come on out to the stadium. This stadium right here. It'll be a lot of fun, a lot of good exercise, and teach your kids healthy habits. It's free for kids in pre-kinder all the way through the 8th grade. So Rowe, after their second time out in punt formation, and they're going to snap it to the up back, Gomez, who does a quick kick. It was partially blocked. And it'll take a Warrior bounce here. Be no return by the Bulldogs, and it'll trickle down to the Bulldog 34-yard line. A punt of 15 yards.
It's worth a little wrinkle there, see if it works. Perhaps we might not try that play again down the road, or fix the mistakes and do it again.
EMS LLC Student of the Week.
Recognizing the Student of the Week and the Cheerleader of the Week right now during the timeout. Something they do at all the Nikki Rowe home games. Here on 1st and 10 for the Bulldogs at their 34. Handoff to Martinez is hit, spins around, gets around that blocker and is up close to a first down at about the 43-yard line.
Good hard running by Martinez. He had to earn these yards. 1, 2 broken tackles.
A couple of big hits there, and he just kept on churning. So the Nikki Rowe fans having a good time. On second down, they're going to lob this one to Martinez in the flat right side. Picks up the first down as he breaks the tackle and is bounced out of bounds at the 48.
Not only did he get a first down, but he also stopped the clock.
I'll give him credit for 6 yards up to the 49.
Josiah Alonso all over the place, hustling. And Neal.
At the McHi 49, 47 seconds left in the third quarter. 3 receivers to the left, 1 to the right for Curls. He hands off to Martinez, who's going to be wrapped up in the backfield and brought down for a loss.
Romeo Salinas coming in there.
Loss back to the 44, a loss of 5. So second down and 14. Second down and 15, rather. Girl's going to throw this left side, caught by Magana, flanker screen. And gets up to about the Rowe 49-yard line before he's knocked out of bounds with 7 seconds left in the quarter.
James
19,
Gomez.
Alan Pacheco.
And Pacheco hustling.
Oh, there's some whistles. Third down here and 9 for the Bulldogs, who are right at the 50-yard line. Oh, we have an official's timeout right now. So we'll take a quick break while there's an official's timeout. McHi trailing Nikki Rowe 21-0. This is McAllen ISD's Football Night.
Congratulations to McAllen ISD, an A-rated district for 2 straight years. That's the highest grade awarded by the state. It's never too late to become part of that and join the McAllen ISD family. It's just 3 easy steps. Step 1 is to call the district at 687-MISD. Step 2 is to choose a school. McAllen ISD has more than 30 options across the city. Step 3 is to bring your child to the school to set them on an educational path to success. Enroll at McAllen ISD. Call today.
Field, Mark May here with Mario Reyna. Nikki Rowe Warriors leading 21-0 over McHi. Here's a look at the McHi Bulldogs schedule. You can see they opened up with a couple of wins over Brownsville Lopez and Edinburgh North. Then they lost to Harlingen South. They were off last week, playing the Warriors tonight. They've got doesn't get any easier, does it? They got Mission coming up.
Does not get any easier. In fact, the score right now between the Mustangs and the Eagles, they're playing a real tight game now in the fourth quarter. The Mustangs are actually up 18-14.
There you see La Jolla Memorial PSJA rounding out their schedule for McHi. And I think the horn sounded, but they got the ball snapped in time as Curl rolls out to his right. Hits his man. That's Castillo over near the 42-yard line. It's going to be just short of a first down, I think, as the horn is sounded for the end of the third quarter.
Nicely done by Hunter Curl on that play on the rollout. He had an open field. He could have gotten some yards, but he could have run right here, Mark, but he spotted a receiver upfield. And we will be back.
Okay, we'll see if it was good enough for a first down or if it's just short when we come back. This is McAllen ISD's Football Night.
I choose McAllen ISD because it allows our teachers to focus on the emotional intelligence of the child and really nurture that side of them.
We're We're back here at DQ Fan Field at McAllen Veterans Memorial Stadium, and it was enough for a first down. Castillo got all the way to the Rowe 41-yard line. Pickup of 9 yards on 3rd and 9. So a great play there. Curl, by the way, up to 111 yards passing now. He's completed 12 of 17 passes for 111. 13 first downs tonight for McHi. Give you Rowe's numbers in just a moment. 1st and 10 at the 41 in Rowe territory. Curl back to throw. Now being rushed. Runs to his right and is forced out of bounds near the line of scrimmage. There'll be no gain. Nikki Rowe's numbers through 3 quarters. They have 55 yards on the ground, 104 through the air, 159 total yards, and 7 first downs.
You know, the Rowe secondary with Partida, Adam Alvarado, Jason Neal, and Sebastian Cortez deserve a lot of credit, making it very difficult for Curl to find open receivers.
We got back to the line of scrimmage, so 2nd down and 10. 3 receivers to the left and 2 to the right. Curl looking to his left, throws this short, caught by Canada, breaks 1 tackle, picks up a couple of blocks. Now he's loose into the secondary, still going. 1st down and more, all the way down inside the 20.
You know, somehow the Bulldogs have to get Canada more involved. He just looks like an athlete from up here. Quick.
Up to 134 yards passing now after 23 yards on that pickup. Here's a lob pass to Martinez. Breaks a tackle. He's at the 10, now at the 5, and in for the touchdown. And McHi's on the board here in the early part of the 4th quarter.
Finding the end zone, touchdown, Bulldogs.
The Bulldog fans loving it.
Hey, they're kind of asleep over there on that side of the stadium, but nice call by offensive coordinator Coach Phillip.
It
was kind of like the perfect call, putting your running back out in the open lane, and Martinez showed what, if you give him an opportunity, what he's capable of doing.
The extra point try by Valletto is good. And with 11:18 to play here in the 4th quarter, it's 21-7. Let's take another look at the touchdown. So Martinez caught it, broke a tackle, broke a 2nd tackle, and then went into the end zone to complete an 18-yard pass for the touchdown. We'll go to break. This is McAllen ISD's Football Night.
At Lone Star National Bank, we are making a difference because we believe prosperity is best measured by the communities we help build and the lives we help change. Lone Star National Bank, proud to be the Valley's bank.
We're back here at the DQ Fan Field. And taking a look at that scoring drive by the McHi Bulldogs. We take another look at the replay of that touchdown. Seven plays, 66 yards for the score.
Do you think it's too early, Mark, for an onside kick? Because the Bulldogs, they seem to have the momentum on their side right here in the 2nd half. There it is.
Here it is, the onside kick. And Rowe touched it. Ball is still loose. And McHi may have it. It was touched by Rowe, and then McHi ends up with the football. How about that? McHi's Alan Liao,
number 65,
the linebacker,
for the Bulldogs
fell on the loose ball,
recovery.
and the Bulldogs are in business.
And there's our answer. Now, Mark, if you go back to the end of the 2nd half, if the Bulldogs would have scored a touchdown, you'd have a 21-14 game. Everything worked out pretty good on that play for the Bulldogs. And you can see what a little touchdown can do for you, man. All that offensive line, they ran onto the field. They're ready to go.
Covered the football at their own 46-yard line. So 1st and 10 Bulldogs. After they just took it 66 yards for a score, they hand this off to Martinez. Martinez for a gain of 1, it looks like.
This is a huge offensive possession for the Bulldogs, Mark. Either they're going to stay in the game, make it a game, it's still a game, because I feel like the Bulldogs, this is their chance right now, Mark.
So Curl in the shotgun. Wants to run to his left, now cuts it up the middle, crosses midfield, into Rowe territory to about the 48. It'll bring up third down and short. Gain of 5.
And Omar Villarreal missed a tackle, or Curl would have got no yards on that, but he did a good job to. Hey, there's some two friends right there. They're the Bulldogs on this side.
They have got the Bulldog mascots.
That's where they're used to being. Maybe that's why they came back over here, right,
to the Nikki Rowe side. Here on third down and 4. Curl wants to throw, has time, throws over the middle. This is caught, or is it? They're going to say no. They're going to say he was unable to hang on to it. It was intended for Aldo Morin.
That would have been a big first down, Mark.
Take a look at this on the replay.
Let's see what you would have called if you were in the replay booth.
Yeah, it doesn't look like Morin ever fully had control.
Great call.
Then,
Great
losing
call.
the football.
They're going for it, Mark. Good choice.
So fourth down and 4.
Uh-oh,
and one of the
5-yard
Bulldogs
penalty. So make it a 4th and 9.
It'll be the 6th penalty.
False start on the offense, number 76.
That pretty much is going to make Coach Shelby punt the ball, Mark.
So 4th and 9 now. They have their punt unit out there. I guess estimating that with 10 minutes to go in the game, they'll get at least 2 more possessions and a chance to tie up this football game. There's a punt. This is high and deep, bounces at the 10 and goes into the end zone for a touchback.
And a 50-yard punt for Robert Amador.
Yeah, he's helped his average tonight. He had a 55-yarder earlier in the game. Rowe leading 21-7 at this point. Rowe taking over at their own 20 with 9:49 to play in the game.
Yeah, Amador started pretty hard. First 2 punts were not that good, but his last 2 punts have been really good. Probably has his average up somewhere in a 35-yard average.
Snap to Ortiz. They give it to Anzaldúa. Sweep to the left side. And Anzaldúa up across the 25 to about the 27.
And you know, Mark, since the first quarter, with about 2 minutes to go, and the Warriors had the ball at that time, they've been real flat here in the second quarter and in the third quarter. So we'll see if they can get that energy back.
Well, the Warriors had no yards passing in the third quarter. Of course, they were focused keeping the ball on the ground and running the clock. But passing usually their forte as they hand off to Meehan on second down. And it's going to be third down and short.
On the stop for the Bulldogs, 93,
Cerro Redondo and Molina in a tackle. It's like a 3rd and 2 mark.
Now they're 4 for 9 on third down tonight.
It would appear this is a running down, but we'll see.
I think Ortiz will keep it. Ortiz in the gun. Anzaldúa comes in motion. They give it to Anzaldúa, who's hit at the back and goes down. Great defensive play.
Adam Sanchez.
Alex Anzaldúa on the carry drops down behind.
And I think Dylan.
I think it was Dylan
Suarez.
Suarez.
No, sorry, that was
2.
Dylan Suarez. It's a huge play by Dylan Suarez. Number 2, Dylan Suarez.
Dylan Suarez, making a big-time defensive play. Caught Anzaldúa for a loss all the way back to the 23, a loss of 5.
And Dylan had been pretty quiet because we know the last time they played here, he had a great night. Maybe that's because they're not throwing in his direction.
Number 26, Jonathan Velasquez.
Velasquez into punt it. He kicks this. This is going to be returnable, picked up at the 46-yard line. and returned all the way up to the
Wow,
49.
nice play. Do believe now that was Adam Alvarado?
Alvarado.
So the twos making it happen. Dylan Suarez and Adam Alvarado for the Warriors.
Well, the Bulldogs have it in good field position at the 49. Just under 8 minutes to go. They have all 3 of their timeouts. They're down 2 scores. And they've got Magana back in there at quarterback.
And it's going to be a 5-yard penalty on the Bulldogs.
Right, ball start. On the up.
False start against McHi. We'll move it back to the 44-yard line and bring up 1st and 15.
I understand that the Mission Eagles are now back ahead, 21-18.
We'll take the false start, 5-yard penalty.
Actually, there was
Did you
2
say
penalties.
Memorial was trailing?
Yeah, they're now down 21-18. There was 2 penalties and both on the offense. Is what we were told. Let's hear the explanation again. Well, now we're going on the other side. Here we go. Erase.
We had illegal participation, 12 men on the field on the defense. False start on the offense. Those 2 penalties will offset.
Okay, now we know what's going on, right, Mark?
Oh yeah, offsetting penalties, so McHi doesn't lose the 5 yards after all. It'll be 1st and 10 at the 49.
So that's what you call erase.
It's like a do-over in volleyball, isn't it?
Replay.
A replay. So Magana at quarterback in the Wildcat. Fakes a handoff, wants to keep it left side. Rowe is there, strings it out beautifully, and he's brought down at the line of scrimmage. I think Derek Luna in there on the tackle.
And you know who made the tackle there, Mark?
Who's that?
Luna, but you know who came up and now is playing on defense? Jonas Ortiz.
Oh, Ortiz. Wow, the quarterback.
How
Anthony
about
Reyes
that?
in there too.
There you go.
Rowe is
Jonas
going all in
Ortiz on the
tonight.
tackle.
Curl's going to throw it to Magana on the left side this time. Magana fights his way into road territory to the 47.
Excellent tackle by Anthony Reyes.
Gain of 4 brings up 3rd down and 6 for the Bulldogs.
There's Ortiz on defense.
Defense. That tells you how Robert Flores feels, how this possession is so important when you have your quarterback playing defense.
Curl wants to throw on 3rd down. Throw this over the middle. This is caught by Canada. 1st down and more. Still
He's
running at
gone.
the 30. He's running away. Only one man chasing him at the 10, the 5, and a touchdown. Touchdown Bulldogs. And the Bulldogs are right back in it.
Certainly are.
Only
And Mark-
6.5 minutes to go, and the Bulldogs are within a touchdown of tying up this game.
I've been saying it all night long that he just looks so dangerous, an athlete. Canada Quinn.
Galletto with the extra point try. Here's another look at the touchdown.
Just let your athlete make the play, and that's what he did, Mark. The speed, good blocking upfield. You're not going to get him once he's in front.
Touchdown Bulldogs. They now trail 21-14 with plenty of time to play. This is McAllen ISD's football night.
You better have great teachers. You better have a committed staff. Today we found out it's official. We got an A. Yeah! Woo! We got an A. Yeah!
McAllen ISD's A is the highest designation in the state of Texas for 2018-19. McAllen ISD, an A district. Another look at the touchdown. Catch by Canada, and he sprinted away from the defense, 47 yards for the touchdown.
With 6 minutes and 30 seconds to go, and the Bulldogs have 3 timeouts, you don't expect another onside kick here. So you got the momentum on your side, and for the last 2 quarters and 4 minutes plus here, the Rowe offense has been very flat. Oh, they are doing it.
Another kind of a pooch kick. It's going to be fair caught by the Warriors at the 40-yard line. So good job there by Jean Salinas.
There's a fight out in the field, Mark.
Oh, goodness.
Not good.
There's some pushing and shoving over there. It's quickly broken up. The coaching staff's out there to separate the players.
And the policemen are coming on the field. But it's probably just a lot of emotions out there. Give credit to the Rowe coaching staff that made sure that no one from the sideline came onto the field. And the Bulldog coaching staff were doing the best that they could to calm down the situation, Mark. There is a penalty flag. And what happens here, Mark, is that the officials, they start taking numbers of who was involved in the possible misunderstanding between the 2 teams.
And we see the officials in there discussing things. We've also got Rowe, or both teams actually, all huddled up together. And I think both head coaches explaining to their players, hey, we need to calm down. I appreciate, you know, the emotions and the fever pitch, but you've got to keep it under control.
Right.
And I
and
think
give
that's
credit,
the talking
Mark,
to
to
that both sets
both
of players
sides
are getting
of the
right
coaching
now.
staffs to try to get a bunch of players under control. And one thing you have to also, getting back to the game, Mark, is that give credit to the Bulldogs. They were real flat for the majority of the game, and they woke up at the right time.
There might be, if any players threw a punch, they might be tossed out of the game.
It's hard to, you know, when there's so many players around, it's not easy to try to grab numbers and stuff like that. Okay, let's see the explanation.
There is a flag down. So let's see if this is unnecessary roughness or unsportsmanlike conduct.
Multiple fouls. We have on the green team, number 7, unsportsmanlike conduct. He's been ejected from the game. .34 on the white team has been ejected from the game. First down.
Well, they ejected 2 players, Mark, and that's what you do to try to send a message on a way to try to keep control of the game. And they're going to control the game because that's just the way it is. And the referee right now is talking to both sides, telling them we're not going to tolerate this. We already ejected some players. So you guys want to finish this game? Then let's play football.
I got the fans celebrating during this officials timeout. And there you see the referee, Tony Guerrero, talking to the players on both teams. I'm sure giving them a stern warning that any other fisticuffs will result in an immediate ejection.
So here we go, and maybe that's what the Warrior offense needs, a little excitement, because since that first quarter, not too much has been happening. And let's see if Coach Sean Tarantola starts throwing the ball a little bit more here and put the hands in senior quarterback Jonas Ortiz.
The Warriors 1st and 10, their own 40. And now another flag comes in, a couple of flags. Exciting game here as Nikki Rowe led 21-0 after the first quarter. McHi has scored twice here in the fourth quarter, now trails 21-14.
I don't know the football rules as much as I do the basketball and volleyball rules, but I think when you get ejected from the game, you don't get to play in the next half.
They've waved it off. Y'all have to check on that. I'm not positive either. So they've waved off the penalty, whatever it might have been. It'll be 1st and 10 at the 40. Warriors trying to run out the clock. McHi trailing by a touchdown, trying to get the ball back. Play action. Ortiz wants to go on first down. Man is wide open. It's the Cruz, the tight end, at the 30, now at the 20. One man chasing him at the 10, and it's a touchdown. The touchdown Warriors. One play, 60 yards to Gustavo Cruz.
And that motivated, I'd say, the Rowe Warrior offense, who had been real flat. And that's what I was alluding to, Mark, to see. Before the play happened, I was bringing up that I was wondering if Sean Tarantola was going to put the ball in the hands of Jonas Ortiz, and he did, and it paid off. Beautiful throw.
Extra point is good by Velasquez. Here's another look at the touchdown. You can see off the play action that Cruz was wide open. Not the fastest player in the world, but he had such a big head start. Goes in there 60 yards for the touchdown. This is McAllen ISD's football night. We're going to have the smile cam now.
Yeah, you're going to get a lot of smiling on the Warrior side of the field. I don't think you'll, especially right after a touchdown, that's when you put the smile cam.
Warrior fans into it, doing the tomahawk chop.
Here's our smile cam.
The McAllen Memorial Mustangs are now back in the lead. 25-21. What a game up there in Mission.
And who has the lead? 25-21. Who's leading?
I was waiting for you to tell me that the McAllen Memorial Mustangs are up.
Oh, okay.
20. I was just wondering if you were listening to me.
And Nikki Rowe leads this one 28-14. Their first score since the first quarter. 4 touchdown passes tonight for Jonas Ortiz, who now has 12 on the season. And the Bulldogs still need 2 possessions to come back in this game. Still have time to do it with just under 6 minutes and all 3 of their timeouts.
And in another district game, 36A, La Jolla Coyotes has 14 points, Mark. But unfortunately, the PSJA Bears have 70.
Wow. Ever see Jackson Helmkamp, who back to receive? He's had 1 big kickoff return this evening already. So the kickoff is going to be deliberately short. They fielded at the 22 by Dylan Suarez, who his knee touched the turf, and he'll be down right there. And that's where McHi will set up shop.
Fielding the kick down by contact
in the game. Let's see that touchdown one more time. This off play action, which set up Cruz to get wide open.
See, I think Coach Tarantola for the Warriors offensive coordinator, I think he had this play all along, Mark, but he just didn't want to use it to show the other coaches in the district. But now he had no choice when it was 21-14, so he had to use it. So now everybody in the district knows that play.
Warriors can certainly executed it very well.
And performance therapy, physical therapy, and sports medicine.
So McHi will have to use the hurry-up offense, as they've done for most of the game. A snap to Curl. He's going to fake it to Martinez and keep it himself. Gets back to the line of scrimmage.
And now the Bulldog offense is, you know, they got to make things happen. And anytime you have a running play and you don't get that many yards, you are losing time.
Curl calls the play at the line of scrimmage. They send a man in motion.
Another penalty. And that is a play clock violation.
False start, number 50.
Oh no, we have a false start.
That's a 7th penalty on McHi. Clock running at 5:12 to go in the game. 2nd down and 15 now for the Bulldogs, and Curl nowhere to go is going to get sacked.
But there's a
And
penalty.
couple
I
of
think
flags
there's a
come
face
down
mask.
As Curl's helmet comes off, this might be a face mask.
Good job by Perales on the quarterback sack, but the Bulldogs will get a 1st down out of this one. Oh, that's awesome camera work, Mark. Who do we give credit to on that one? Aaron Trevino. I think he's an ex-McHi graduate, Mark.
Yeah, excellent cameraman. Excellent crew we have.
The player does not have to leave the...
Thank you, Mr. Guerrero. We know that anytime a helmet comes off of a player, they have to leave the field, but because of the penalty, Hunter Curl is allowed to continue. 1st and 10 at their own 33 with 5 minutes to go.
So 1st and 10 here for the Bulldogs. Curl back to throw, has time. Now being chased, throws this, and this is caught near the 1st down. Good catch there by Eduardo Castillo, who's had a big night.
Number 30.
All the way up to the 42-yard line, a gain of 9.
Good blocking up front, but Curl did a good job of rolling out to the right to buy some time, and Hunter Curl seems to be getting more comfortable back there as quarterback.
He's over 200 yards passing as he hands off to Martinez, who has a big hole up the middle across the 50 into Warrior territory at the 48. And that'll move the chains.
All the Bulldogs, of course, down 28-14, trying to get a touchdown to give themselves an opportunity to get the ball back on an onside kick.
Picked up 10 yards. That puts the Bulldogs over 100 yards rushing for the game. And now an official's whistle as there's a flag down. False start.
Yep. I don't know why it's necessary at the high school level to be announcing who gets the penalty. I mean, what difference does it make?
It's something I don't agree with, but we follow the college rules, the high school does in Texas. And when college has made that change, the high schools went along with it. Curls throws to the right side. This is caught for a 1st down as he breaks the tackle, gets deep into Rowe territory down to the 35-yard line.
Castillo, back-to-back catches.
Castillo making amends for the penalty a moment ago.
This is going to be something for the Bulldogs going forward. They got some good receivers.
18 yards on the pickup. Now they throw
He's
deep
open.
right side.
Oh!
And incomplete, intended for Canada.
That was not an easy catch, Mark.
Gomez was back there on coverage. There was another Rowe defender back there too.
Neal
I think it was
also.
Neal. Was it Neal?
At the end, I think he distracted
We take a look at this
Quinn
again.
Canada.
Not quite able to bring it in.
Another nice pass by Hunter Curl.
3:27 to go in the game. Bulldogs on the march, but they're down 2 scores. Curl wants to throw. He's to the right. This is incomplete, intended for Magana. That'll bring up 3rd down and 10. The Bulldogs 7 for 14 tonight on 3rd down. They've done pretty well there. It's 50%.
He's got 3 receivers that have gotten hot all of a sudden. Mark, quick pass to one of them. See if they can break it loose.
They've had success with that tonight. The short pass and then breaking tackles to turn a short gainer into a big gainer. Curl takes the shotgun snap. Is looking left. Gestures for players to run deep as he runs to the right now and is going to be sacked. Sacked by Nikki Rose Omar Villarreal, who's had a heck of a night.
He's had a great game, Mark. All night long, you and I have been calling his name.
So loss of 6 on the play, and that'll bring up 4th down. I'm sure they'll go for it here. They're going to call timeout. Timeout, McHi Bulldogs with 2:57 to go. We'll take a break. This is McAllen ISD's Football Night.
Congratulations to McAllen ISD, an A-rated district for 2 straight years. That's the highest grade awarded by the state. It's never too late to become part of that and join the McAllen ISD family. It's just 3 easy steps. Step 1 is to call the district at 687-MISD. Step 2 is to choose a school. McAllen ISD has more than 30 options across the city. Step 3 is to bring your child to the school to set them on an educational path to success. Enroll at McAllen ISD. Call today.
EQ Fan Field. It's a Warriors up 28-14. This game's got 3 minutes to go, but one of the finals is in the books, isn't it, Mario?
That's right. We just got word that McAllen Memorial Mustangs are no longer going to be number 1 in the Valley because they lost, I do believe, 28-25 to the Mission Eagles.
Mission Eagles.
And is that why you're wearing maroon today up here in the press box?
Oh, I'm wearing it for the PSJ Bears.
Okay.
.257 to go in the game, 28-14. Rowe on top. Bulldogs with a 4th and 16. We'll go for it here. They'll throw it over the middle, intended for Magana, knocked away. And guess who it is? Ortiz.
Mark?
The quarterback, Jonas Ortiz, who has 4 touchdown passes tonight, comes up with a big defensive play.
And that's why you have him in there, right, Mark? He did a good job also not to commit pass interference.
Take a look at the replay. Yeah, he just reached up there and swatted that down. That was an excellent defensive play.
And he was on Magana, too.
Bulldogs 0 for 5 on 4th down tonight.
The Bulldogs do have 2 timeouts.
Yeah, 2:52 to go in the game. Warriors just need a 1st down to run out the clocks. They hand this off to Meehan. Meehan fights his way up for a gain of about 3. McHi uses their 2nd timeout, stopping the clock with 2:44 to go. Warriors facing a 2nd down and 7. We'll take a break. This is McAllen ISD's Football Night. And we're back here at DQ Fan Field. The Warriors leading the Bulldogs 28-14. They led 21-0 after the first quarter. Then there was no scoring in the second and third quarters. And we've had a lot of scoring here in the fourth as the Bulldogs have had 2 touchdowns. The Warriors have come back with 1. And that's where we stand right now.
And give credit to the Bulldogs. They were flat, but they made it a game and had an opportunity when they got down 21-14.
Yeah, I think they'll carry their confidence into next week, even if they don't get the win tonight. Snap to Ortiz, and handoff in the backfield is McHi again. McHi up to the 49-yard line. Will be about 2 yards shy of the first down. And it'll be third down.
On the stop, number 54, Jose Molina, number 52, Trey Gagne.
Warriors on third down tonight
and
are 4 for
Molina
10.
on a tackle. Last timeout taken by the Bulldogs.
McHi takes their final timeout, so they can no longer stop the clock with 2:32 to go in this game. Warriors up by 2 scores, facing a third down and 2. If they convert, they can run out the clock. If not, they will likely punt it and pin McHi deep.
Your attention please, UIL prohibits any spectator from entering before the play. Your cooperation is greatly appreciated. On behalf of the
2.5 minutes to go.
We'd like to wish
There's our next game, Mario. That'll be next Thursday. So we'll have that game live, audio and video.
And I feel sorry for La Jolla. I mean, they gave up 70 points today, and they're playing now against McAllen Memorial, who just lost.
Yeah, Memorial will come in a little bit angry. But we'll have that one next Thursday for you. That'll be a 7 o'clock start. Third down, Jonas Ortiz keeps it, rolls to his left side, picks up the first down. And the Warriors should be able to run out the clock from here. Bulldogs are out of timeouts. Ball's at the McHi 46, 2:26 to play. Now Ortiz did go out of bounds. Stops the clock momentarily. Luna in motion. Handoff Meehan, straight ahead. Meehan across the 45 to the 47. And the clock will roll. McHi can no longer stop it. Coming up in the post-game show, we'll have Jake Berry down on the sideline with Coach Robert Flores and maybe a player or two from the Nikki Rowe Warriors.
Well, who would be your player of the game, Mark? We both agree on Jonas Ortiz.
Yeah, I would say Ortiz with the 4 touchdowns.
And on defense, I mean, Omar Berreal was all over the place.
He's had a big game.
And Mark, I like to compliment both coaches, coaching staff on both sides, and the officials, because we had an interesting scenario there where tempers, got a little out of hand, but they grabbed control of the game. And if you don't have a good football crew and a good coaching staff, it can get out of control.
Yeah, they both did a good job there, reacting quickly. Meehan there picked up a first down. I think he was Helmkamp, forced him out of bounds. So Warriors on the sideline. Tomorrow that track will be crawling with little kids at the McAllen Kids Marathon kickoff.
We had over 3,000 kids that registered. Hopefully they're willing to get up on a Saturday morning.
Snap to Ortiz. Ortiz will take a knee. And we're under a minute to go. He'll just have to do it one more time. We're actually going to have 2 games next week. We've got the La Jolla and Memorial on Thursday night. And then Friday night, we'll have the McHi Bulldogs as they play the Mission Eagles. All that coming up next week. We're also going to have Jake Berry in the postgame show here coming up in a moment. As the Warriors will need to snap it one more time. And this game will be in the books. The Warriors will improve to 4-0, and they'll be 1-0 in the district. McHi will be 2-2 and 0-1 in the district. Ortiz takes a knee one more time. And this one with 5 seconds left is going to be a Nikki Rowe victory of 28-14. And the teams will come out and shake hands, showing good sportsmanship here at the end. Give you some final stats here, some final numbers. Jonas Ortiz completing 9 passes out of 13 for 164 yards and 4 touchdowns. Threw those 4 touchdowns to 4 different receivers here tonight. Threw a 31-yard pass to James Gomez, a 4-yard pass to Joey Partida, 31 yards to Derek Luna, and 60 yards to Gustavo Cruz. 9 first downs for Nikki Rowe. They had 72 yards rushing, 164 passing. And then for McHi, they had 102 yards on the ground tonight, 220 yards through the air. They completed 18 of 27 passes for 220 yards and 2 touchdown passes. One to Troy Martinez that went for 18 yards, and then one to Quinn Canada that went for 47 yards. And as we pointed out in the first half, McHi had a couple of tough breaks. They had a touchdown pass to Magana, an apparent touchdown pass, I should say, that was negated due to a penalty. And then on the last few seconds of the first half, they were able to drive the ball all the way down to the 1-yard line. They had no timeouts and unable to stop the clock. They were unable to get another play off, and that drive ended at the 1 as we went to halftime. So had McHi been able to score on one of those 2 plays, it might have been a little bit different here tonight, but still a well-played game. Warriors winning at 28-14 and improving to 4-0 on the year. They've beaten Weslaco, they've beaten Mercedes, they've beaten Edinburgh North, and now have a victory over the McAllen Bulldogs. And let's take a look at some replays from the game tonight. We have a highlight package here for you. See a handoff to Martinez. And this is Curl, the sophomore quarterback, who had those 2 touchdown passes tonight. Got sacked a number of times too by the Rowe defense. And there was a long touchdown pass. That was to Gomez. And there's a fumble, one of 2 turnovers that the Rowe defense generated here tonight. That helped set up this touchdown here. Joey Partida with a 4-yard flip pass went in, and that made it 14-0. And then this would make it 21-0. This was still the first quarter as Ortiz rolled out right and found Derek Luna open in the end zone. And it was 21-0. McHi then began to move the football some, but they were unable. Here's the touchdown catch by Felipe Magana. Beautiful catch there, but that was negated by penalty. There was a holding call that canceled that one out. And then late in the first half, McHi still fighting for their lives, trying to generate another score before the half ended, but they were unable to do that. There's Magana. Magana had several catches tonight. He also played some at quarterback. There's Curl on the keeper here. There a pass. That's the pass at the end of the first half that got him down to the 1-yard line, and time ran out. It was caught by Eduardo Castillo. And here's Curl on the run. And handoff Joey Partida, who had a big night, especially on offense. A couple of big runs. He ran for 40 yards on 2 consecutive plays at one point. Big catch there by Canada. Canada had a big evening. Got his first start. And this is a short pass to Martinez, and this would lead to the first touchdown. He went in from 18 yards out. And McHi was on the board. That was early, the first minute really of the fourth quarter. Then an onside kick, McHi got it. McHi looked like they were in business, down 21-7, but with the football. Still 11 minutes to go in the game at that point, but Rowe would get it back. Then a big stop there by Dylan Suarez on Ansel Dua. And McHi was back in business. They got this completion here to Canada, and watch him sprint away from the defense. And he goes in for the touchdown, 47 yards, and that made it 21-14. crowd really getting into it at this point. In this play by Nikki Rowe, they hit Gustavo Cruz off the play action pass, 60 yards for the touchdown. And that was the scoring tonight, 28-14. Here near the end there was a sack by the Warriors' Eric Perales. They actually got called for a penalty on that play as he pulled the helmet off of Curl. And that's where we are, 28-14. So we'll be going down to Jake Berry in just a moment. Both teams still in their huddles. We'll take a look at the schedules for these two teams and see what they've got coming up for the rest of the season. There's the Nikki Rowe Warriors. You can see they've won their first 3, now first 4 games tonight. They've got La Jolla Juarez Lincoln next week on the road. That'll be a Friday night game. Then they're back at home against the PSJA North Raiders. That's on October 11th. Then they're at home against the PSJA Bears on a Thursday night game. Then they've got the Mission Eagles on the road, October 25th. Then the La Jolla Coyotes on the November the 1st. And then they finish the season against the Memorial Mustangs on November the 8th. Could be a game that decides the district championship. Although, don't know with Memorial getting upset earlier this evening. A tough schedule ahead for Nikki Rowe and a tough schedule ahead for McHi as well. As they start in the district 0-1. They've got the Mission Eagles coming in. We flying in next week, and that's a game we'll have for you right here on MITV, Friday, October 4th, the Mission Eagles and the McHi Bulldogs. Then the La Jolla Coyotes will be on Friday, October 11th. That'll be a road game for McHi. Then they got Memorial. They'll be the home team for that one on October 18th. And then October 25th, they've got the PSJA Bears on the road. Bears scoring 70 points this evening. Then La Jolla Juarez Lincoln will be a road game on a Thursday night on Halloween. And then in November 7th, another Thursday game, as they'll be at home to finish up the season against the PSJA North Raiders. And that could be a game that decides a playoff spot there as well. The Raiders are a strong team, and McHi certainly a contender here in District 36A. So I think we're just about ready to go to Coach Robert Flores and Jake Berry, who's down there at the 50-yard line. Also got a player with him.
Welcome to the Sideline Post-Game Show. I'm Jake Berry. Welcome to the Sideline Post-Game Show. I'm Jake Berry alongside Coach Flores and Joey Partida. Gentlemen, you guys had a tremendous game tonight. Coach, talk to me about the first half, 21-0. You guys came out firing.
Right, well, we worked hard all week, and we knew it was going to be a tough game. You know, McAllen has a good team. They're led by a great coaching staff, and they're much improved. So we knew that coming in. We challenged our defense. We were fortunate early on to get good field position. We had a couple turnovers that we took advantage of, in our territories. That's what got us off to a good start.
And Joey, in the first half, one of those turnovers, you were able to turn that around with that nice shovel pass. What was that like for you? What did you see?
I just saw the defense coming at me, and I told myself, I got to get this thing down to my team. My team needs it, my family needs it, so I'm going to do what I have to do for this team. So I just tried to push myself as hard as I could and just spot as much as I can for my family.
Now, you guys were up 21-0, and then they started to make their run, 21-14. And then you guys came up with a really nice design. You guys came up with that play action to cruise over the top. Talk to me about that last play.
Well, it's a play that we've always had. It came to mind as coach we're trying to think about it because their defense was corralling us. They were coming up, stopping the run, stopping us. They did a great job. I don't know if we fielded the first down the second half, but we were able to dial it up. We had good fakes, and because of these guys that ran the ball well, we were able to get some opening, and Gus Cruz just came up with a big catch. Jonas made the throw, and it was a big play for us to extend that lead to 2 scores.
Now, if you could sum it up, you guys are the last undefeated 6A team here in the Valley. How does it feel? Because you're you're going into, you're in your first game of district play, and then you got all these games ahead of you. How does it feel to be the last undefeated?
We got a tough road ahead of us, and that, just doing this stuff gets us prepared for this. So we just want to keep doing better, and knowing that we're the undefeated team right now, it's a good reward. But we want to keep pushing to get bigger rewards,
Right, just echoing what he said, it's great to be undefeated. We always want to, we never want to lose, but at the same time, we know the road down is going to be tough for us. District 36A is one of the toughest, and we got to continue to get better, and that's what my message was to our team. We got to get better, and we got to clean up the mistakes that we're doing, because down the stretch, you know, it's like anything else. Everybody's battling. You know, yes, we're undefeated, but in district, it's only one game. We're 1-0. It's a new season. We got to continue to get better.
Congratulations, gentlemen.
Thank you.
Thank you. And there you have it, Coach Bobby Flores and Joey Partida of the victorious McAllen Nikki Rowe Warriors. For everyone here at McAllen ISD, MITV, our school board, and everybody that's involved with these productions, thank you, and we'll see you next week.